What's going on, babe?
Hey, babe, how was your day?
It was actually pretty productive. Happy to be home.
Good. You know, we got a game today. Honey, you're a little rough around the edges.
I'm saying, I've been working all night, taking care of business, getting to the... You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. I got you. I'm not trying to be out here looking like a dusty, and that's why I'm excited to have T. Chanley as a sponsor of today's video. They help me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which come with all of the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about T. Chanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. In addition to amazing skin, members of T. Chanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price and the ability to customize your box. And because T. Chanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description. You'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Click the link and get started today. We're taking care of ourselves. Self-care, fellas, is the first step to be able to get to that bag, to take care of business, and be on top of things and level up in every aspect of your life. Feel the Teej, my friends. What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I am back in Studio A. Yeah. What's going on, family and friends and everybody that's continuing to hold me down? I see y'all in the chat. Welcome to this Memorial Day 2022 show. I am looking to have some uncomfortable conversations when it comes to interracial dating. But it's not just interracial dating, because it always has to come back to the money. So we always going to talk about specifically how it comes back to the money, because I've been waiting to cook up on this subject for a few days now, right? Y'all rocked out with me in Los Angeles. I just got back in town. Everything is awesome here in Michigan. I see they got new construction. They building apparently a new restaurant right in front of my building. So that should be interesting to walk over to and have a great dining experience and things like that. Rita's in there. I don't know if y'all can hear her. Y'all should be able to hear her pretty well. But Rita's out there whipping up some breakfast. Rita, you doing breakfast or you doing mini breakfast? Mini breakfast. Are you doing what do they call it? A continental breakfast for us today. Rita says she's doing a continental. See how these chicks get comfortable? This is why we get us a white girl. Feeds right into the show. Rita says she's doing continental breakfast today. She says, eyes tired, boss. Let me tell you what Rita gonna come in here talking about today. She gonna come in here talking about, yes, I'm a gold medallion member. I'm sorry? I have not seen you spend 1 red cent on a plane ticket, ma'am. But somehow, some way, she continues to increase her status and her points and her traveling expenditures. And she gonna walk in here. Yes, I will say it is a nice vision to look at, because Rita doing an African style today. Rita doing it African style. So she can't come over here and bring me anything because she got her tatas. She got some panties that say Wicked on the back. and she got her tatas out, and she water whipping that continental breakfast for us. No worries. No worries. We definitely going to get into the show. She said we doing an African style Mumbambe today. I can't help myself. Yo, shout out to the late night live streamers. We had a phenomenal 3 days worth of live streaming on This Is Fight Club. That link is in the description. We're going to go ahead and get the housekeeping out of the way. Shout out to T. Chanley. 30% off your first order plus a free gift. Uncomplicated skincare for men. Tej got the best product on the market right now. I'm just telling y'all. Tej got the best product on the market right now. Corner in the market on uncomplicated skincare. 30% off your first order. That link is in the description. Make sure you tap in. It is absolutely awesome. In addition to that, shout out to the bag chasers. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow night, we are doing part 4 of building a business. Tomorrow night, we got part 4, building a business. I'm live streaming it with my Patreon members. They have allocated over $100,000 of my money to build a business in the state of their choosing. Not even in my state, the state of their choosing. So I don't know if the budget gonna go up or go down. I'm teaching a lesson and I'm giving them real life experience by allocating monies for them to be able to do what is best and learn the lessons that come along with building a business from scratch. So you want to join the Bag Chasers. I have a Patreon exclusive video probably dropping tonight. It is going to be awesome and it is dope and it gets straight to the point and I break it down like a C student so you can understand it. Not none of this boring trash stuff that a lot of these other people talking about. We going to get right deep down into the Patreon exclusive. Then we got the live stream tomorrow. Then we got the Patreon meetup. Oh, next one is coming. We going East Coast this time. East Coast Patreon meetup. Weather is nice over there. So now we're going to have a different conversation. But shout out to listen, link is in the description for you to be able to join the Patreon. Best Patreon on earth, bar none. It's a reason why I'm the leader in Patreon members, because they understand the value that comes along with rocking with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in. If you need to kick it with me personally, if you need personal coaching, I did 2 personal coaching calls this morning. Memorial Day. We got to get these people together. We taking care of business. Link is, or you can go to my website, AntonDaniels.com. That link is in the description. Click the email link, or you can email me at AntonDaniels413@gmail.com, and we're going to get you scheduled so we can get your life together. There's no reason at all. I feel like I did a coaching session out in LA. Y'all know I just flew in. Before we get started with the show, before we really start deep diving into the show, I was in LA over the weekend, but I love coming home to my bed. It's nothing like sleeping in your own bed, and I am a person that I love to travel. I love what I do for a living. I love doing what I do. I love crisscrossing the globe, kicking it with y'all, interacting with people, taking care of business deals. I'm usually out of town maybe 3 to 4 times a month. So sometimes, some months, I spend more time flying and living in an airplane and in hotel rooms than I do in my own. But it's one thing, because when people go on vacation, and this is why I'm trying to inspire you guys to live a completely different life. When people go on vacation, often at times, that's the ideal scenario. But when I come home, I have a better experience, an ideal scenario, an environment that's conducive. Better cars than I drive on, than I can get out of town. A better household than I can get out of town. More like I have something when I come home, it's a gift. A lot of y'all don't even like coming home at night because y'all like, yo, I got to go home to this unruly woman. And it is not something that I'm liking to experience right now. I love coming home. It is a much better experience being home than it is on the road. And when you can have that, that's when you know you successfully married. That's when you know that your environment is conducive. That's when you know that you really living that life. Is when you got to go on the road, it's like, yeah, this is cool. But coming home is, oh, Jesus, I love it. I love it. I got a chance to watch a movie on a plane. Actually, I watched the playoffs on the plane yesterday. I had a great day. Shout out to all of my LA people. Shout out to everybody in California. Shout out to all my people on the West Coast, but we going East Coast next time. Patreon, that link or the updates as far as where we're going next is going to be in the Patreon. It's going to be popping. So I don't know what the cadence of this show is going to be. I don't know. I know we're going to talk about Bronny James. Bronny James recently went to prom with, you know how I'm going to pronounce it, right? Bronny James went to prom with a white girl. And she's a cutie, might I add. Let me blow this up a little bit, see what we rocking with. It's a cute little one. A cute little white girl. Bronny James went to prom with a white girl, and then Black Twitter, Umar Johnson, and all of the Pan-Africanisms, and everybody lost their mind. They lost their mind. And so I don't know what the cadence is going to be, right, for this show. I don't know how much of this video I want to break down. I don't know how I want to go into it. The one thing that I'm going to attempt to do, like I've always attempted to do, especially in the beginning of the show, is I'm going to be objective. I think I'm going to let you guys up on the panel because I'm curious. After I do a little bit of a breakdown, because it's a lengthy video, so I don't want to deep dive too heavy into it because I want to get your opinion. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you guys up on the panel. I'm only going to have up to 4 people, including myself, up on the panel. So you want to stay throughout the show so you can make sure that you can jump up on the panel and give your input. You have to be on camera. You have to have good lighting, but we want to have an uncomfortable conversation about men, black women, black men, white girls, divestment, and how that affects what we have going on financially. Okay? And we're going to lean and start off with Shannon Sharpe, because Shannon Sharpe is a fan of LeBron James, but Shannon Sharpe is more of a fan of himself. Now, they say that Shannon Sharpe don't date black women, but I've seen pictures of him shooting a shot at Nicole Murphy, all of that. But even if he didn't date black women and he only dated white women, why would I care? That's the question that I want y'all to ask yourselves as we go through this. Why would I care what any man or woman decides to do as far as their dating preferences and who it is that they want to marry and align themselves with? Should I care? Should that be a thing for me? Let's see what Shannon Sharpe specifically had to say, because I want to deep dive into that first, because I want to set the precedent of what we're going to break down and what we're going to review throughout the show. So I'm going to share Shannon Sharpe's thoughts, and we're going to let him, TMZ ran into him, and this is what he had to say.
People would rather you be miserable with someone of your own race than you be in love with someone of a different race. It is so utterly ridiculous. I read the comments. Yeah. People need to get a life. Let that man be happy.
People would rather you be miserable with somebody of your own race, basically, versus somebody that looks like you. This is Shannon Sharpe's words, ladies and gentlemen.
I get it. But if that's not what brings him joy, if that's not what brings him happiness, who are you to tell him who he should be with because it's not of his race? The people.
That's right.
Our people, man, sometimes I get so sick of them sometimes because it's ridiculous.
So first I want to ask, can you be pro-black? Can you be pro-black and date or marry outside of your race? And let me add one more caveat in here as y'all think about this before y'all come up on my panel. Can you be pro-black and not date outside of your race, but don't even marry within your race? Can you be pro-black but then have baby mamas? Can you be pro-black and bust down and have casual sex with black women, and even have children with them and choose not to marry them? Oh, we're going to deep dive today. We're going to deep dive today. We're going to get knee deep in the BS today. So that's a general sentiment. I'm going to play a little teeny bit more of what Shannon said.
Let the man be happy. That's your problem. Yeah. You went with someone because they're black. That don't make you happy, but because society says, we should be with our own race, that's what you're willing to do. No, I'm going to be with who makes me happy.
Talk to him, Shannon. Now, let me preface this conversation by saying that I agree. I don't care. See, I'm not a blackity black, okay? Let me establish that right now. I'm not a blackity black. I'm not a person that believes in racism. I align myself with people based off a good character, not the color of your skin. So I'm going to play a pretty interesting role once I drop the link in the chat and we start having these conversations, because I stand on a completely different side of the spectrum. Now, I am married to a black woman, but that just so happens to be because she's awesome. I also have a preference as far as what I'm attracted to in black women. I think that all women are dope, though. I align myself with everybody, whether you a man, a woman, a midget, a black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Latino, I don't care what you are. If you a cool person, heterosexual, homosexual, I don't care. I am going to give you all of the respect as a human being, and I'm going to do business with people that have good character. Whatever it is that you need to work out within yourself or within your religion or within your God or whatever you got going on, that has everything to do with what you got going on. But as far as you being a good and decent human being and not doing anything egregious in society that sets people back as a whole, that's where I stand. I'm making that clear right here, right now, right? But there's other people that feel differently than I do. And I'm cool with that. And that's why eventually I'm going to drop the link in the description. But let's backtrack a little bit. Umar Johnson. You know Umar Johnson is going to have a lot to say about what everybody should be doing in their relationships. Now, I have not yet mined or went into exactly what Umar is doing within his own household, because again, keep in mind the question that I'm asking you. Can you be pro-black and not only not marry a black woman, but you willing to have sex with them outside of wedlock, bust them down, not have a great household, have kids by them, casual sex with them? Because in my opinion, according to what other people say, the strongest way that you can show that you really support a community is by marrying and building wealth within that household from said people that you say that you're defending and highlighting. I'm just asking a question because I don't know. I'm going to lean on y'all today. I'm leaning on you guys today to give me some insight on what pro-black really means, and I don't care what, listen, you know, anybody can join my panel. I want to know what the parameters are for a person to be whatever it is that they want to be. Should you marry within your race? Should white people only marry white people? Should black people only marry black people? Is it okay for us to have a swirling community? Should people roll with people? Because I often hear people say, go where you're appreciated, not where you're tolerated. So if you find somebody that really rocks with you, and it has nothing to do with color and they look differently than you, should you absolve yourself from rocking with them, even if it's a possibility for you to stay single for the rest of your life? What responsibility do you then have to your own happiness and your own well-being? Or is it all about what other people such as Umar Johnson are saying that you should do? We're going to have a conversation today. Let's get into it. Let's deep dive into it. This is going to be a good one. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Y'all ready to get it popping? I'm ready to get it popping. Okay, wait. Let's move the timestamp. I'm going to move up to 1:30. Let's go to 1:30.
This morning, I posted.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel.
On
Hit a like for
Facebook,
the YouTube
Instagram,
algorithm.
Twitter, and fan base. I posted on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and fan base 2 memes. One in reference to Robert De Niro's divorce at the end of last year from his black wife. And another about Sister Kayla, I believe her name is, who was dating Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs. And in the case of Robert De Niro's black ex-wife, the appeals court refused to give her half of Robert De Niro's estate.
So, for context, and he just broke it down, the appeals court, Robert De Niro and his wife, who was black, is getting a divorce. And they said, no, you can't have half of everything that he worked for. I don't know if he had a prenuptial agreement that indicated that, no, she only gets a certain amount. I'm assuming that he did, but we don't know. He's just using a general sentiment in order to illustrate his point right now.
I repeat, she did not get half. Because he's a privileged white male, the courts work in his behalf, in his favor, and so she did not get half.
Which is absolute, utter bullshit. As a matter of fact, men going their own way, MGTOW, which is a group that is lambasted by feminists based off of the idea that the family court and men are railroaded today in their silence and they're treated less than when it comes to highlighting the importance of men's rights, were started by white men. Everybody, if you are a man, gets washed in the courts. Has nothing at all to do with color. I'm standing on that. Trust me, I coach white men too. I coach Asian men too. When they be having the same problems and the same issues with women when it comes to family court. Listen, family court is a business, not a business specifically about black people. Family court is a business. And they catching hell too. Has nothing to do with Robert De Niro being a privileged white man. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about running in the oppression Olympics. And you cannot use or let anybody just say anything to you in order to be able to illustrate a point, because then the whole thing becomes a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Now, wives normally get half, and she was with him for quite some time. Had he been black, she would have got half. Had she
never went into prenuptial agreements, never went into the nuance, never went into the details. But this is what they do. They rile you up so that you can then start to hate other people based off of a false narrative.
He been white.
We literally just seen what happened to Johnny Depp. We seen what just happened to Johnny Depp in court. And he's still spewing this nonsense based off of a false narrative that is not accurate.
She would have got half. But Robert De Niro happens to have the complexion of protection, so his black...
JD says De Niro did have a clear prenup. Oh, okay. So apparently Umar's point is not accurate. See, this is why I hate race hustlers. And I'm being objective. I'm going to break this down and I'm going to watch this, but this is why I hate race hustlers. Because they say wild stuff that's not even relevant, and he's going to use this as the jump off point to what it is that he's issuing. They use this in order to highlight a specific way in which you're supposed to operate. Now you're supposed to hate people, or you're supposed to look at people funny based off of their race when it's not true.
His wife did not get half his money. Yes, she gets $1 million a year.
Wait a minute. She gets $1 million a year. Robert De Niro's wife get over $1 million a year for the rest of her life, and that's not enough? Oh, wait a minute. It's only because he's a privileged white man. Is this y'all king? I'm just curious. Is this y'all king?
But she did not get half, which is what a white woman would have got for Robert De Niro.
Corny.
Okay? Or...
And he's supposed to be educated. This dude is supposed to be a Dr. Umar Johnson, the 5th, 3rd Frederick Douglass Academy Baptist Church. This is one of your, this is your leader. This is your guy. This is your king.
Had Robert De Niro been black. And then I posted with regard to...
Oh, wait a minute. That is true. Frederick Douglass did have a white wife. The very person that he's naming his academy after, and he says that he's somehow through the 3rd generation lineage tree is related to. Let's continue.
Travis Kelce and his ex-girlfriend. And allegedly the rumor is that he only spent about $100, or should I say gave her $100 in cash during the relationship. Of course, he probably took her out. They went on vacations. I'm sure he spent money on her, but he probably only gave her, $100 in cash.
I don't really understand what the problem is. The dude was a football player, had a black girl that he was dating, chose not to actually physically give her money because she has her own career and her own job, Why is he responsible for giving a woman money during their dating phase and that is not his wife? I don't understand. That sounds like a blueprint that I think men need to adopt. Oh, okay, she can come out on a date. She can come ride with me. She can hang out with me. I don't understand. I thought we was rolling with equal. Why are women entitled to cash when they have their own career and their own money and their own whatever if they're dating? Why is a man required to give more than $100 in cash? I'm trying to figure out what she needed $100 for. What point is he making right here? What narrative? He used two examples to try to illustrate a point that, in my opinion, personally falls flat on its face. Robert De Niro's ex-wife get over $1 million a year for the rest of her life. Sounds like a hell of a deal to me. She lived, she rode the wave, she's successful, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She never had to work or lift a finger in her life, but she get over $1 million a year for the rest of her life based off of a prenuptial agreement that was already agreed upon. I'm not really understanding the problem here. Even the lead attorney came on this platform and highlighted how prenuptial agreements are ironclad when done under the right circumstances. You cannot undo them. 99.9% ironclad, you cannot undo them. Conversely, somebody dated, relationship, was not married, did not ever move in together, so on and so forth. The dude did not spend, or he did not give her physical cash. What more do you want? I'm not understanding the correlation here, but we gonna go ahead and let him cook.
My point for posting those two memes. My point for posting those two memes. My point for posting those two memes.
We heard you the third time.
Was to show black women. Because black women are the fastest growing interracial dating group in America.
So what's the problem?
Black women are the fastest growing interracial dating group in America.
Okay, what's the issue?
Black men are the most likely to interracial date in America.
Okay.
Black men are...
We're going to assume that all of this is true because I don't know where he's getting his data and statistics. I don't know who, before they start dating, make sure that they hit a checkbox every time they go out on a date to illustrate who they're dating and what race they are. But we're going to just assume for the sake of the conversation that this is absolutely, positively, 100% true.
Most likely to marry outside their race. Okay? But black women are the fastest growing interracial dating group. My purpose for the two memes was to show my beautiful African sisters who I love so much.
Cap.
I love black women. I support
Cap.
black women. I will stand with black women. I will stand for black women.
Cap.
I will die for black women. Okay?
Cap.
My support for black women, okay, is non-exceptional. Even if I don't
Then how come you won't marry him?
agree with the black woman, I'm obligated by my ancestors.
Somebody tell me, because maybe I'm off on that. Is Umar Johnson actually really married to a black woman? Somebody tell me if Umar Johnson is actually married to a black woman. I want to know. Somebody do some research for me.
And every unapologetically African alpha male who came before me. I'm obligated by my ancestors and every unapologetically African alpha male who has come before me to be a defender of black women. That's something that I take very, very...
How do you defend black women? I'm curious. Is it by getting on the internet and making sure that you talk on Instagram? Is it by uploading a YouTube video? Does protection actually come in the form of you participating in the growth and success in a household? These are questions that I'm asking myself prior to us actually extending the link for you guys to be able to join up on the panel and have this conversation. Shout out to Jazzwiz says, shout out to Travis Kelsey. Don't go broke over a hoe. Fellas, try to spend the least amount of cash to get see, I don't agree with that. I am a Christian man. I have to divest myself from this comment, but shout out to you for standing on. Jazzwiz says, you a mess, family. Let's continue.
Very seriously with regard to my responsibilities as an African man. I posted those two memes because I wanted to show black women that the grass is not greener on the other side. I posted
your two memes and your two examples are very, very, very bad examples. If anything, I would say that the way that Robert De Niro and Travis Kelsey handled their situations as far as not simping out. Robert De Niro is making sure his chick taken care of for the rest of her life. She good. She good. That's the one thing that we trying to change, Umar, is what we're doing in family court. She good. She straight. Let her live. She ain't complaining about it. Why you complaining about it? She lived a good life and she's still living it. Travis Kelce, why are you giving women money and you're not married to them? And they got their own life and their own career. These are two very, 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 very bad examples of how men, or I'm sorry, they're very good examples of how men need to lean into these situations in order to get the best results possible. But let's continue.
Those two memes, because I wanted to show black women that the grass is not greener on the other side.
This must be this must be a Boyce Watkins disciple.
Yesterday, somebody told me Shannon Sharpe went live and he made a reference to me without mentioning my name. And
I don't believe that he actually married those two women. I think that those were like some kind of clout chasing videos or whatever like that. When I did research on that, that wasn't actually the situation. I don't believe that he actually married those two chicks, but I could be wrong. We'll come back to that. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for y'all to be able to cam up and have this conversation.
as you know, Shannon Sharpe is LeBron James's #1 fan. Nothing's wrong with that. Shannon Sharpe is LeBron James's #1 fan. Nothing's wrong with that.
Why did he repeat everything twice? I understand if you repeat something in order to try to get people to do a call to action. Hey, this is the website. I'm going to say it for you again, or whatever. Why does he say that? I'm going to tell you why they say it, because they're still trying to think of what it is that they're saying next, and they're trying to formulate. Let me keep going.
He believes LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time.
He said that it wasn't real himself.
He is not.
So he did a fake wedding to two black women at the same time.
Kobe Bryant is the greatest, followed by Michael Jordan.
And he wrong. Kobe Bryant is not the greatest of all time. And he don't even know his basketball.
LeBron might be third, he might be fourth, he might be fifth. He is not better than Kobe Bryant. He is not better than Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan is a Negropean, so I'm not defending Mike. Kobe Bryant was a Negropean. Rest in paradise to Kobe Bryant, who was murdered by the white corporations.
Are we seeing a pattern here? I got a whole new video that addressed the whole separate aspect of this video and why Umar Johnson cannot get any black celebrities that he's quote unquote holding accountable. That he's quote unquote. Then he'll go out and say, please, baby, please, can I get a black celebrity to donate to my school? Please, baby, please, can I get a black celebrity to donate to my school? And then he call them all kind of names. He diss them. He do all of this other type of stuff. Umar Johnson, he is not a businessman at all. You don't diss in any way, shape, or form millionaires and billionaires that you're trying to get to donate to your failing school. Let me continue.
But anyway, Shannon made a video not mentioning me by name, saying that he got an issue with people who got an issue with the fact that LeBron James.
No, Shannon, I don't remember Shannon Sharpe in that video that I just played say his name at all. Shannon Sharpe said that, people should do what they feel is best for their own happiness and the things that they feel like makes the most sense in a situation. Date who you want to date. You shouldn't be required to date anybody specifically based off of something that they can't control. Shout out to Jasmine. Says facts. Umar is definitely not married. He's an undercover player and he's busting down all the chicks that follow him. I don't know how true that is, but if that is true, then I think that I'm a reserve judgment.
A role model in the black community, someone who I have a lot of respect for, has kept his nose clean. A very good example.
Facts. Michael Jordan has employed way more black people than him.
Very good example of what a black man should be. And I simply took issue with the fact that LeBron James let his son, young Bronny, shout out to Bronny, shout out to Savannah, shout out to the whole family. They allowed their son to go on the prom with a white girl. I disagreed with it. I thought it was irresponsible for LeBron James to do that.
How you gonna tell another man how to raise his own son in his own household? Let me say that one more time like Umar Johnson do. How are you going to tell another successful, and I'm talking about majorly successful, been married since he's practically been in high school, been an epitome of what a stand-up gentleman is. I don't always agree with LeBron James politics, but I don't agree with 100% with anything anybody says. How you going to tell another man what he should and shouldn't be doing with his own son in his own household? Who he ain't never asked you for a dime, ain't never asked you for input, didn't even ask you to be his son's goddaddy. How you gonna tell another man what he's supposed to do with his son in his household? Shout out to Willie Handy, says, click the like button. Click the like button. Shout out to you, big dog.
LeBron James occupies a position of respect and influence in our community. I thought it would have been one heaven of a message had Bronny James went on that prom with a black girl.
You know what I would have think one heaven of a message is for you to marry your baby mamas. You know what I would have think is you got to first get the beam out of your own eye before you start holding somebody else accountable for what they got going on in their household. You have to first get the beam out of your own eye before we start trying to hold somebody else accountable for who they rocking with and how they doing things in their own household.
Now, many in the celebrity community came to LeBron James's defense because they, just like LeBron James used to have, or maybe Bronny has now, Shannon Sharpe has, snow bunny fever.
Snow bunny fever. Bro, yo. Snow bunny fever. I just want to know. I'm just curious. Do you guys agree with Dr. Umar Johnson right here?
And I understand that snow bunny fever is a real issue in the black community. I understand that a lot of our black male celebrities have snow bunny fever. Somebody sent me a picture of Jamie Foxx all over some white girl. Okay. These black men.
Somebody sent me a picture of Jamie Foxx all over some white girl. Yo, I think Umar Johnson want him a snow bunny. I think he want him a snow bunny. I don't think that he can get a snow bunny because if somebody catch him with a white girl after all of the stuff that he done said, boy, you gonna have your hands nailed to the cross.
Are role models to our sons. Celebrities do not get a pass from Dr. Umar Ifatunde. These black...
Who? Dr. Umar Ifatunde?
Men are role models to our sons. They are influencing the way the next generation of black men will behave. And for the most part, they are very responsible. Very responsible. Shannon Sharpe, very responsible. Okay?
Don't you... Hold on, wait a minute. Don't you highlight my greatness and then kill me in the same sentence. Let me say that one more time. Don't you build me up to try to tear me back down. People do that in order to get credibility so they can say what they want to say about you so it won't look like they hating. They hating. Let me tell you the real truth. They hating. If he could trade places with Shannon Sharpe or LeBron James right now, he would be right there in that seat. Shout out to Philip Sadiq. He says, is that like Jungle Fever? And this is coming from Mr. Broke?
LeBron James, very responsible. Jalen Rose, very responsible. Stephen.
All men that are stand-up gentlemen in our and I ain't even gonna say our community, in society in general. Jalen Rose, LeBron James, Shannon Sharpe, all of these dudes have actually started a school. Jalen Rose actually has the Jalen Rose Academy, rocking out, educating people in underserved communities. He didn't do it for black people. He did it for underserved communities. LeBron James actually sending not only kids to college and their parents to be able to learn in an environment that's conducive to what it is that we say that people should go towards. All of these people are everything he wants to be.
A. Smith, very responsible. I have nothing to...
Stephen A. Smith. As Stevie says, funny how he has no smoke for the black woman who marry white men.
say negative about the way in which those gentlemen live their lives and carry on their business. Very successful black men. I'm glad to see them in those positions. But what I cannot condone, what I will not approve, I will not validate, and nor will I turn a blind eye to black male celebrities who promote white women in front of black women. I will not support it. LeBron James was wrong.
This is literally
I don't
hate.
give a damn if he don't like it or not.
Cool. Then stop asking. Stop asking for black celebrities and people of color that have resources and money to come and build a wing on your school. Literally, you are asking for these very same people who you don't give a damn about. You're asking them to come and build a wing on your alleged mysterious cease and desist letter school. Isn't that crazy? I wish somebody would tell me what I should be doing in my household and then say at the same time, oh yeah, I need $5 million so I can make sure that I get this up and popping and I don't even know where my money going.
Boy had no business going on a prom with a white girl. And
you took prom pictures just like everybody else.
Snow bunny fever fraternity Negroes out there.
Oh, he didn't just have an opinion. He said, listen, I'm going to call you out your name. I'm not calling you what your mama called you. I'm going to call you out your name, and I'm going to hold you accountable, even though you didn't ask me to. You didn't ask my opinion or none of that. And I'm going to ask you for some money after this live stream is over, but I'm going to hold you accountable, and we're going to have this uncomfortable conversation. Okay, Umar, well, then get it off your chest.
You snow bunny fever fraternity Negroes out there coming up with excuses such as he goes to a predominantly white school. He goes to a predominantly white school. Dr. Umar, young Bronny goes to a predominantly white school.
Let's fast forward a little bit because I want to get to some meat and potatoes a little bit more so that I can drop the link in the chat because I'm curious as to what y'all think.
Pop out. It is for their son. Community that should have been created will never get created.
Okay. Umar.
This is not about caping for black women.
Okay. I think that this guy does a better job than Derrick Jackson. I think this man does a better job than Derrick Jackson in selling himself to black women. I'm telling you. Jazz Wiz says, Umar don't care that much about black women with white men because when the white man dies, she will get paid. If a black woman dies, the money goes to the white women's community.
Not about attacking our celebrities. Nothing but respect for LeBron.
Better than Derrick Jackson.
Nothing but respect for Shannon Sharpe.
I think that black women are the ones that probably donate the most. I'm not sure about that, obviously, but that's just my opinion or what I would think.
Nothing but respect for Jalen Rose. But I took issue with brother Jalen.
Lies. You just called him out their name.
He married the white woman.
He literally just called him out his name.
Shout out to him. Charter school, the Jalen Rose Academy. I know some parents who have children who go to the Jalen Rose Academy.
Oh, okay.
But
so he doing what you ain't doing.
Detroit is arguably the most revolutionary black city in America. Detroit is arguably the most revolutionary black city in America. I'm about to get ready to drop this link in the chat. How do you open up a charter school for black kids and then parade a white woman in front of those black children? It's unacceptable.
So here's my question. Here's my question to y'all. Think about this also, along with all of the other questions that I asked you guys, as I get ready to drop this link in the chat. And I am giving preference to people that are cammed up. If you are on camera, I am giving preference to people that are cammed up in order to be able to join this live stream and have a conversation. Here's my question. How is this any different? How is this any different than the similarities that came along when we talked about B. Simone and the great leaders that we have within our communities? Because he literally mentioned Kobe and he grouped them all in the same group. How is this any different when it comes to who we're rocking with, who we chose to roll with? Think about that for a minute. Just think about it. All of these men are building, doing greatness, awesomeness, building schools, donating money, all of this other type of stuff. And then you gonna sit here talking about you're gonna hold them accountable for dating who they want to date, getting their cock wet by who they want to get their cock wet by. Are you literally telling me that that's the most prominent thing that we need to talk about, considering that they're educating? That I could be wrong. But I dropped the link in the chat. And I want you guys to come up and have this conversation with me. I'll probably have to do another breakdown of this another day. But I got Tyranny in here. Let's see. I got Q Dix in here. Oh, Q Dix. And then I'm gonna bring up a few more people. So I got 3 more spots for anybody that want to have this conversation. And I want y'all to tell me what y'all really think. I want y'all to really, really break down exactly why. And then we gonna get into it. All right. So let me bring up Q, and then I'm gonna bring up Tyranny. What's going on, big dog?
What's up, boss?
Chilling, my friend. How you feel?
Man, my whole life I grew up in the hood. You know, my parents made some money and they moved us to the burbs, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just it the way that black women feel about men who I don't know. It's necessarily that they're not rough around the edges. Maybe they speak a certain way. Like my black cousin even tells me, "You look like you date white girls." Like I don't know what that means. The car you drive, I can tell by your
What
truck
does
you
that
date
mean?
white girls. Like
What
what?
is how does that
I don't
translate to
know.
you? You look like you date white girls. What is a person that what do you think that they are saying or that they're thinking when they say that you look like you date white girls?
I don't know. Maybe I wear my hat backwards and not forwards. You know, maybe my shorts are a little shorter than. mm, I don't know. She couldn't even explain it to me, bro.
Do you date white girls?
Of course I do. Yeah, yeah, man. I do, bro. So I ain't even gonna lie, but yeah, man.
What is your
So
experience? What is your experience with like what's is there any difference? Are all women the same? What are your thoughts on that? Break it down for me.
man, I just recently like maybe like this is weird. Don't judge me, but like maybe
I'm not
two
judging.
like
I'm just asking questions.
right when COVID started, I started dipping into to dating black women again. And I told this chick I was dating. I said I never knew I wanted affection from a woman until I started dating a black girl. Because by and large, it's different.
So
I
you
like
saying that you
everybody.
didn't like dating black girls?
I wouldn't say black girls plural. I didn't like dating these specific
You
black
didn't like
women. I know
dating the
they're not
black
all the
women that you
same.
dated.
Correct.
Why?
It's the I don't want to be cliche and bash the point that we
You can
always
say
bash,
whatever
but
you
like
want to
their
say.
attitudes, I can't get with the attitudes. I don't like people that talk back to me, and I'm brutal with it. I'm like, you can't say that I'm a man. You can't talk to me that way. Simple as that. I don't deal with nonsense. I don't deal with attitudes. I don't deal with it. That's probably why I'm over here single right now. But
Tyranny,
it,
what
it's,
do
it's,
you
it's
think about this?
I can't even hear now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Aw. Well, when she comes back up, if she ever get her connection together. And again, anybody can join the panel. That link is pinned to the top of the chat. Let me get some other people in here too. I'm gonna get Chris. To the top of the chat. What up? What up, Chris? Let me get Tyranny's thoughts. Tyranny, what are your thoughts on this right here?
Okay, so my thoughts on that. Okay, so I've been in that situation clearly, and so okay, I want to address what Quentin said. Can I before I forget what he said? Not your race. So when you date outside your race, you have to
Hold on,
adjust to
Tyranny,
that
Tyranny,
culture.
your audio is off. Your audio is like really, really messed up. You're gonna have to probably get in a space where we can hear you a little better. So I'm gonna hold off on you until you get your audio together. Christian, what's your thoughts, big dog? Tyranny, mute yourself for me, baby.
Okay, can you hear me? I'll mute myself.
I can hear you, but it's just like a lot of background noise.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
so
Chris.
so I find it weird that you have adults trying to police a minor's dating choices. That's the part I find the most disturbing about it. It's a prom. You don't know what the rules are. You don't know what some schools have closed proms, especially private schools. I've seen that in the past. So I mean, it's just a prom. It's really not that big of a deal. I don't. Again, he's a minor. Why are people even policing this young man's dating choices? I find that really, really strange, and I find it actually inappropriate.
What do you think, Blake? What are your thoughts?
As it relates to the young man dating a lady who's outside his race, basically.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, in these days and times, I don't really see a problem with it, to be honest. I mean, sometimes you got to just open I guess open your perspective on who you find yourself attracted to. I mean, it's not necessarily uh, downgrading black women to at all. I mean, that's just his preference. Yeah, I think everybody has a preference. Every man
Should
has
he
a preference,
suppress
I
that
should say.
preference in order to make sure that he gives a great example to other people?
Absolutely not. Nah. Why should he? I mean, and then I don't know how old he is,
Who,
uh,
Bronny? I think Bronny
but
is got to be 17, 18 years old, something like that.
yeah. So he's just sewing his, just doing his thing. I mean, every like I say, I mean, everybody has their preference, but at the same time, who am I or anybody to tell somebody else what their preference should be? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Somebody in the chat asked me a question and they said, would I let my daughter date a white man? I don't believe in dating, so it's a little bit different. But let's just say, for the sake of the conversation, that I did believe in dating, just to answer the question, right? I would not care. I wouldn't care. I want the dude that's gonna treat her the best and gonna create the environment for her to be able to really really be able to thrive as a young lady. I don't care about that. I don't care about race. Race that doesn't mean anything to me. That's not a factor in my decisions on a day to day basis. So that
But
answers
it's
your
like,
question.
can it be hypocritical to being a black person to like say you love your culture, love our ancestors, and then you say your preference? I can understand you might hop into bed with another culture, but to prefer the other culture over your own, like
Tyranny, can I ask you a
that's like a
question?
bad look. Yes.
What was the race of the guy that you had babies with?
What was the reason?
What was the race of the guy that you had babies with?
So I have babies with a Guatemalan, and at
A
first it
who?
started off as before he's from Guatemala. Some people say Mexicans, but not everybody's from Mexico. So he's from Guatemala. So, but he's Hispanic. He's Hispanic, and it's just because I hopped in the bed with him as young folks do. That's why this 17-year-old boy is with a white girl. But the difference between me and him, I feel like, is he has a bigger platform than I do. And when you're in a family of rich and wealth, everything is about image. So when I hopped in the bed with my most recent ex-husband, actually I married him. We end up having a baby. So I decided to go ahead and marry him, for the image for my
So isn't
children.
that the very thing though that you kind of spoke against, as far as the question that you just asked?
Because a Hispanic man is not my preference.
But
I
you had a
want after
baby
him.
by him
I'm
and you
never going.
married him though.
right,
this
for
is
the
crazy.
image of my children, right?
Wait,
I did that for the image of my children. But
What
really,
image
when
of
him
your
and I were
children? I don't
together,
understand. Wait. What you mean your image of your children? What does that mean?
I wanted them to know to being married is what you're supposed to be when you have kids. So at least they can say
So
mommy
why
and
didn't you
daddy
just
was
wait and go with whatever I'm assuming your preference was a black guy based off of the argument that you're making?
right. I prefer a black guy, but I don't know, black men. I mean, at the time, I was on my way to actually. It's a long story, but at the time, I was on my way to Jamaica and I met him, and I was trying to be fast. So I ended up going to bed with a Hispanic man, had a baby with him, and then we ended up getting married. But it was like I said, it's because I didn't want my children to think having a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship is okay.
Yeah, listen, I'm cool with it.
But
I think people should be able to date whatever they want to date, but you said that it's important for us as black men to prefer black women. So preference takes precedence over actual actions and results is what you're saying.
absolutely, I don't care what you prefer. You know, you gotta you you
How does
for the
preference
ultimate
take
choice
precedence over what you actually do?
because what you mean, oh, what you actually do. Okay, what you mean by that?
So you prefer black guys, but you actually went and had a kid by a Hispanic guy.
Yeah,
Your
but I
preference
well, okay,
didn't.
so
You're saying that the only thing that matters is what you had preferred, not what you actually did.
truthfully, yeah, I always wanted to be with a black man, even though I was with him.
Okay, am I
He was my
missing something, y'all? Somebody else can go ahead and jump in this
all right,
too.
this is. I'm sorry. So to review what you're saying right now, that if you married a non-black person, cool, whatever. I'm married to a non-black woman, fine. But then for you to take issue with what Bronny James is doing, and you've married and had or children with a non-black person, you understand how silly this sounds? And then you're going to go a step further. You're going to think that if you don't marry within your culture, you can't you can't care about it. But then, like, this is so
but
this is this is Dr. Umar's target audience right here. This is why he says what he says, because this is absurdity and insanity for this, and the thing is, people think that this makes sense. You
okay,
like
so I mean, it might not make sense to you, but it makes perfect sense to me. You know, I like I said, I got married at the age of 30. So for 30 years, I was with a black men, Jamaican men, African men. This was just happened to be the one Hispanic that I stepped out with my culture that I ended up in this situation. But I don't choose his people. See, but what it sounded like what you said compared to what Quentin said earlier, you guys, like Quentin, you said that you date outside your race, but you don't like how people be like, oh, I don't like how you dress. You dress like a white guy. Well, you dress like that and you speak like that because your preference is a white woman. So you have
What
to
does he
cater to their
dress like?
culture.
What does he dress
you
like?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
you
because
know.
don't
We
even
were,
I never said my preference was a white woman. That's who I date. That's not. I prefer a black woman, like a fine ass, light skinned, big booty, big boobs black woman. But maybe they don't prefer me. You know what I mean? Maybe they don't date me. Not that I don't date them.
But
that's
tyranny,
just
you
because
didn't
you're
just have you didn't make
targeting.
a mistake like you were intentional. You had what 3 kids by this guy, right?
I mean, but but we were married at the time, so of course I'm having sex with my husband. I can't
No,
have
you
sex
wasn't
outside
married
my
when
marriage.
you wasn't married when you got pregnant at first.
Right. When I got pregnant, I was just trying to be fast before I had moved out the country, you know. And this guy asked, I liked the way he approached me. He came to me. I mean, I met him at a tire shop. He was the manager, and the way he approached me was I was really feeling it. And so we end up, we talked for about a month. Then right before I left, we got down, and then God dang
Listen,
it, I
listen.
got
I have
pregnant at the
no
age of
problem
40.
with you rocking with and marrying and having kids with and having sex with whoever you want to have sex with. I'm just saying my biggest thing is how can you hold somebody else to a standard that you're unwilling to hold yourself to is all I'm asking.
My standard is dating inside my race.
Yeah,
That
now
is my
because the dude left you.
no. No, the dude didn't leave me. Let me put that on the
Okay,
record again.
now
Nobody.
because
Yeah.
you somehow split and you're no longer married to him. Now it is, but okay, why should a black man, any man for that matter, but let's just say black because that's what we doing. We talking about race. Why should a man come by and pick up the slack for this whoever this Hispanic guy is? And he dropped it off, and he had sex with you, and he had kids with you. So why should a guy come in and wife you up that's black? Because you prefer him?
I mean, if a man decides to wife me up, it's because he sees potential and growth and beauty in me. But if this man take care of his kids, and that's the problem that a lot of our culture don't do. Our men don't. Child support is a horrible thing. Oh my God, I gotta pay child support. But maybe if you can make an agreement with the woman, you wouldn't have to pay no child support. But this Hispanic man pays his dues. The Hispanic man ain't got no problem, and that's why he's not on child support because he gives me money for his children on time every month.
Blake, I'm gonna pull you
So
down for
another man
1
ain't gotta
second.
come
I'm
in
gonna
and
pull you
pay
down
for
for
my
1
kids.
second, Blake.
Okay.
No, you cool, Tyranny. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I married him at 30. I split up, I had sex. I mean, I got my race. I mean, we all do that. But for the image of my children only, I married him. And now I'm not just his baby mama, I'm his ex wife. See, there's a difference in that title, right? So you can have a white girlfriend, but you better not have no ex wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then if you do, you want to marry white women like a preference. Like he said, my preference is white women. Why? They're weaker than the black woman.
Tyranny, you are his baby mama.
I'm his ex-wife.
You're a baby mama. You're a baby mama.
Okay, well, on my taxes, it don't say baby mama. It says divorced. So
yeah, but on
I'm his
nothing.
ex-wife.
Listen, even if a man never married a chick in the first place, I don't see anything on taxes where it say baby mama.
I'm not, because I'm not his baby mama. That
You
says
are his
single.
You are a listen. You a baby mama.
And now I'm head of household.
You a baby mama.
Well, in your opinion, I'm a baby mama, but I'm his ex-wife. So, but like I said, my preference is a beautiful black man that got his head on straight, man, the one I can relate to. I would never go back out there and say I prefer a Hispanic man or a white man. Why? And then when white cultures get with us, they call us out of our race. They always call us
Tyranny, I promise you, nobody is going to hold you accountable for marrying outside your race with your situation. I guarantee you, I don't know one black man outside of Derrick Jackson and Umar Johnson that is going to hold you accountable for dating outside your race in your current situation. I guarantee it.
Right, but it's a warning. I just want to warn people, don't date outside your race because they will disrespect you. They don't like your black women. They don't, and I know always when you're dating a white woman,
who you want. Date who you want. Date. You can't tell somebody don't date outside your race, and none of your kids and all of your kids is come from a Hispanic man. You can't tell nobody that.
I came for a warning. The Lord used me as an example.
No, he did not. Don't put that on God. God did not say that. That's not Donald. What's up, big dog?
What's going on?
What's your thoughts, Donald?
Women give the stupidest advice ever of all time. This is why you don't take advice from women. So this is my thing. If we being realistic, the characteristics that most men are looking for are not in black women. Most of them are promiscuous, unruly, disrespectful, loud, obnoxious. They just don't have what we're looking for. So you asking us to purchase some shit that we're not looking for. We don't want promiscuous women. We don't want women that have children by other men. We don't want loud, unruly women. So we're not gonna settle for some shit that we don't want. And I'm not saying go to the white race or go to whatever race. I'm saying go where the women have the characteristics that you're looking for, and they tend not to be in black women for the majority of black women.
You hate your mom that much to where you say that your preference is in the Caucasian race?
Another stupid comment.
Like that sounds like mommy issues. No, it doesn't. It sounds like mommy issues when you dilate that to a black woman's ears. That what you want is not in the black woman.
Let me tell you why that's the dumbest comment of all time. I'm not trying to date my mother, so why would you bring my mother into it? That's the stupidest comment I've ever heard.
But when you go to a counselor, she's going to ask you what's your family history and what's the reason that you feel as though
counselors need to be fired. Counselors are dumb. They're just as dumb as the comment you just made.
So
Why
that's
would
what
I
I'm
date
talking
my
about.
mother?
When you
Why would
have,
I date my mother? Why would I date my mother?
So I wonder how much have
okay,
you
but why would
donated
you lie?
to to Umar Johnson. I just want to know how much money he got out of you. Is he must you how
I
much you
don't
give him
even
every
listen to
month?
Umar Johnson. He's an agent. Like if you guys can actually listen to him, he's trying too hard. He's doing too much, and it's not even that serious with a 17-year-old kid. 17-year-old kid taking a white girl to prom. But the problem with this image is that he's a mogul.
Let me
So it
ask you a
does.
question. If we put 10 black women in a room, how many of them are submissive?
How many of them submissive to a man they don't know? I guarantee you, not one of them black women is going to be
No,
non
that's not the
submissive to a man
question.
they
No,
don't know.
that's not the question. That's not the question. If we put 10 black women in a room, how many are submissive? Just a submissive woman, period.
We submit to the ones that we are needing to submit
Just answer the
to.
question.
You can't.
Just answer the question. How many out of 10, how many are submissive?
How do you want me to answer the question?
Give me a number, and that's how I want you to answer the question.
Okay, so you want me to answer the way you want me to answer and not answer how I answer. Okay,
No, because
so
the
if I
question
have
is
to
how
answer,
many. That's the question. How many?
but I can't. 10, there, 10.
Okay. This is why you should never have intellectual conversations with
Right,
women.
right. Y'all want black women to be on their knees like a dog and do what thou wilt. And that is just not even in our DNA. We are warriors by creation. They are
So let me
followers by creation. So why would you date a follower beside a warrior unless you're weak and you can't
so look,
handle the true strength
let
of
me
a melanin?
okay, so
Okay,
look, hold on. Just one question. I'm gonna let you go. So men want submissive women, and you say that we want a woman that's whatever bow down, right? So how would it sound if when y'all say y'all want high earning men or high value men, we say, oh, you can't handle a broke man, or you want a broke man to bow down to you? Like, how silly would we sound saying that to you?
But we're sick of being broke with y'all. Like over here in the hood, black women is in the
Okay,
hood right with y'all.
look, all right, I'm so glad you said that. We are sick of y'all women not being submissive. The same way y'all sick of men not having money, men are sick of you not being submissive and being unruly.
so,
Okay, well we're
You
not
know,
going to submit to
I
an
know you on mute.
emperor.
I know you on mute. I know.
so here's a question. If you're saying that we're weak if we don't date black women, why shouldn't you just not care who we date them because we're too weak to date you anyway, right?
Dang, can you ask that question again? I'm sorry to hear you.
If you're saying that men who marry or date non-black women are weak, you shouldn't care who we date or marry anyway because we're too weak to marry you or date you, right?
It matters because now y'all are, for us to keep our black men, now you're requiring us to be like the other race, which are weaker than us. So why y'all want us to compete with a race that is not even on our level?
But
Look, this
you got
Wait,
So
wait, wait, wait,
you
wait,
you
wait, wait,
you
wait, wait, wait. How do you measure? What's the, what criteria do you use to indicate like who's superior and who's not?
Strength.
Actual
I
physical
measure,
strength, who can run, jump, lift the most.
no, not physical strength, but the history. Black women have gotten their backs beaten. Black women have burned on the cross too. Black women have lost jobs to the very woman that you're going home sleeping, but sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and
No,
then
I don't know what you're
when
saying.
we,
Listen,
okay, what
you
I'm
know,
saying
what
is
I've
y'all,
experienced in corporate America. I've experienced hiring practices that prioritize black women number one over any other candidate. They prioritize
right.
over
this
men.
this
They prioritize over black men. They're literally you know what they call it? They call them a double minority. They get preference.
Because we're still slaves, and then they're not hiring their people up. They're
You
not
don't really
hiring their.
believe that, Tyranny. You just talking right now.
Well, look, honestly, the work industry is different from men and women. Y'all can cool it, chill it, y'all cool, man. But the women, we're already bickering. So imagine another race of women who's over us. They're always managers. You barely see them as workers like the black woman. They're always managers. Then when we get in there, they want to compete with us. And not only do you want to compete with us, now y'all taking our men and you're embarrassing us.
You know what that's
You
it's
know, like I
called?
said, you want to date. Uh-huh.
It's called capitalism. Like when you get into a corporate environment, you supposed to compete for the best position. Like
Yeah.
that's the whole go. Why you go on the interview process? You trying to prove that you're better than the person, other people that they're interviewing. You know that's normal in any environment, right?
It's different. In work environment, you guys, is different from a man than a woman, and especially because a woman work in office versus a man working on the field. Not all, but mostly. The office industry is very competitive when it comes to not only just women, but other cultures first. And when
Let
black
me
women bust our butt so hard, the audacity of y'all to go make babies and give your black money to a white woman.
let me ask you a question, right? So let's just say I always like to use the example of 10, right? So let's just say we got 10 black women and 10 black men, right? And let's say the black women, the characteristics that they are looking for in a man are not in the 10 black men right there. What should they do?
You should change up who you are, black man, because you are the leader, black man. Everybody's looking up to you, black man. So if your black woman got a problem with you, black man, fix it. And stop trying to blame the body for the head being the leader, though, black man.
So you don't think that y'all out of place trying to be the head?
No, we're
Like
not
you
trying
you
to
are
be the
literally
head.
trying
Well,
to
okay,
tell us
listen.
what to do, and you're not the leader.
As the black, honestly, there are some women that try to lead their man. I've seen that, and that never passes. But as a whole, when black women, not a black woman, when black women tell you guys, we need y'all to do this for us, listen to us. We are a part of y'all. We are y'all body. And y'all ain't
What do
nothing
y'all
without us.
what do y'all need? Oh well, what you mean men ain't nothing without women?
Black women.
What makes you think that?
You wait, you saying we nothing without y'all?
Black women, right?
It's then how come Umar Johnson is literally talking about how so many successful black men ain't even rocking with black women in?
Let me tell you something. Umar Johnson is having sex with the Caucasian race. I guarantee you that. And those black women that's on his side, they just get paid though. You can tell Umar Johnson don't really care for black women when he looked in the camera and
You
said
can't
that.
assume that.
That's
You can't assume. Listen. I don't
Good
really
talk.
care for Umar Johnson on most of his talking points, but you can't just accuse him of something that we don't have no proof of.
okay. Okay.
Q, what do you think about this? Would you date Tyranny?
Man, well, I wouldn't date Tyranny because of she got too many kids, and I ain't really trying to. It's fine,
Let's
man. I
assume
rock with Tyranny.
Wait. Let's assume Tyranny doesn't have any kids. What would you think?
I'd get down with Tyranny. I think we can
Are you
find some
stuttering?
common ground to. Man, I think we can find some common ground and make it work. Yeah, I think we can do it. I'd be open to it.
What do you like about her?
She talks. I get it. She's firm in her beliefs. That's good. She's strong. I would ask her to be less talkative at times and just listen. But
You can pipe me
she
down.
ain't
That's
totally
cool.
she ain't totally off the rails. I don't think.
What do you agree with her?
Agree with anything, but the kind of
You
person
said you don't agree
she's
with anything that she said.
I don't agree with most things she said. No, absolutely not. But I don't. She's a pretty woman. She's strong. I can get down with those two qualities. We can change some stuff. We can meet some common ground. You know what I mean? We can make a black family.
See, I'm submissive.
Are
Okay.
you
All
are
right.
you
I'll let
being
you
nice or are
talk.
you being honest? I'm curious.
I'm being
Who me?
honest. Oh, you talking
Yeah,
to
you
me.
Q.
Yeah, I'm being honest. I rock with her. She say some outlandish stuff. She overtalk people, but I man, I
Isn't
can
that the
chill.
very
I'm a
thing that you
chill
said that you
dude.
hated in the first
I
place?
could, I
But
could tell
but
by
she
his
there's
tone he
something
not being
about her that seems that she could be tamed. Maybe that's just me being arrogant, but I feel like I can pipe all this stuff down.
What do you think about that, Donald?
If you got to tame a woman, that's a telltale sign that you don't need to be with her. A good woman doesn't need to be tamed.
there's a short time frame that I would figure this out, but then I'm out. But I
Not
feel
really.
like it. You know what I mean? We can.
Me personally, I ain't taking a woman serious over a certain age because I know that they're bitter and broken.
What do you think about that, Tyranny?
No, it's just amazing to me his views on women. Like it really, that's the thing. Like somebody really hurt you for you to say all of this about women and then black women at that. Because if you
So,
asked if there were 10 women in the room and one of them were me, and could any of them be submissive? Yes, you could submissive me. I know I could get a little hype, and I need my little wind man to come and just calm me down. That's what every woman needs. We don't need y'all to
all right.
change us. You can't change DNA.
So let me, I'm gonna keep giving you the same example, right? If we put 10 black women in a room, what percentage of them are bitter?
Probably all of them, because of all the
So
stuff we got
hold
to
on,
deal
hold on, hold
with.
on. So, look, you just said that somebody hurt me because I said most women over a certain age are bitter and broken. But I just asked you the same question, and you just said that they're bitter as well. So how? Well, I'm not even gonna say. I don't even care about the who hurt you part, but you just said the same thing I just said.
Right, we are bitter. And I mean, because of all the things we've had to endure, raising children on our own, dealing with
Okay.
hurt and
So
pain from God.
okay, so you said that women are bitter because what I'm saying, y'all gotta raise children by your own, right? If you had to if we had to do the men versus the women, which one has gone through more, black men or black women?
Well, black men don't talk about y'all pain. Y'all keep it to
No, no,
yourself.
no, no,
So
no,
we
no, no.
really
Answer
don't
the
know.
question. Which one has gone through more, black men or black women? Just
But
just
that's
just give me the
okay, from what I know, it would be black women because we speak about our pain. But y'all don't.
okay.
Y'all keep that to yourself. But here you go, date Becky, and thinking she gonna
So
go woo and sue your queen. She not.
this is where the
Just don't
delusion
fix
comes
your
in.
sandwich.
This is where the delusion comes in because black men have gone through way more than black women. Yet we don't walk around bitter and broken like y'all do. We still Black men are still willing and able and ready to love, but black women are bitter. Most of them.
Okay. Well, come and love us. Don't give that love to the opposing race. And then when you do that, do you know how Harriet Tubman bones are shaking in the
Why
ground
are
every
they the
time y'all say
opposing
that?
race?
Nobody wants to.
They
I
are
know
Nobody
so
wants
many
opposing.
to.
dope women that's not black that rock with that are literally friends with black men and black women.
Just like, just
Yeah,
like,
they're
just like,
dope.
just like y'all don't want a broke man. We don't want a bitter woman. It's equivalent to each other.
Okay. So is Becky not broken bitter? Are you? Is that what y'all saying?
So look,
Well, she doesn't act
everybody
like
got
she doesn't act like it.
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Everybody got some type of bitterness in them. But the thing about it is, if we have to deal with a bitter woman, we would rather deal with a submissive bitter woman, not an unruly bitter woman.
Well, our fathers aren't in the house to teach us how not to be a bitter black woman. You know, we're still dealing with bitter black women. So if our fathers
No,
wasn't leaving us, maybe we would know how to act.
no, no, those are all excuses. You can't put your accountability on outside forces. Like it's up to you to self improve and work on your personal development to become better. Like you can't put that on anybody else. There, you can go to all the therapy sessions all you want, but it's up to you to self improve after you have gone through certain things.
Hey, Tyranny, do you think that black men that date white women are sellouts?
I think black men that prefer white women are sellouts.
What's the
No
difference?
one on this panel have said that they preferred a white
Well,
woman
no, no,
though.
no. Hold on, wait. What's the difference?
Because everyone dates outside their race. Everyone, gets into the Pandora box. But then when your ultimate decision is another race outside of your own, that's a sellout. Like that Sharpe
So
guy,
you said when
Sharpe.
your ultimate decision is a person outside of your race, that's a sellout.
When you're yes,
Are you a sellout?
no, I love my black man.
But your ultimate decision was to have kids by somebody that's not black.
No, because if that was an ultimate decision, I'll still be with a Hispanic or I'll still be with him.
You literally had 3 kids by somebody that wasn't black.
I had children by my ex-husband, but he wasn't my preference. I was his preference. Oh, they
You
love them
said
some black women.
when your
That's for
ultimate
me.
decision is to rock with somebody that's you a sellout. Your ultimate decision was to rock with somebody and have kids with somebody that wasn't black.
No, I don't. I'm rocking with
How
my
you gonna
black
say
man.
no? You didn't have
I
kids
had
by
a
somebody that
baby.
wasn't black.
I did, but that wasn't my ultimate decision. It would have been a black man, but
How was
nobody
that
ever
not
stepped up
your
to the plate.
ultimate decision when that was your decision?
I don't want to say it was a mistake, but if that's the words that people can understand that as, okay,
So
that
did you
wasn't
make three
intentional.
mistakes? Four
No.
mistakes? Three mistakes to have kids by this man, and then the fourth one by marrying him.
Oh, I'm about to say, don't add no 4 kids, because I don't need no 4 kids. Goodness Lord. Um,
Might as
but
well have
no,
went
like
for
I
you.
said,
Might as well for went for the might as well have went for the
no,
LeBron championship number, right?
no, sir. But am I wrong? Do y'all feel like my opinions on what I'm seeing as dating
I
outside your
think
race?
it's
Like,
hypocritical.
Absolutely wrong. Yeah, of
How can
course.
you make
Yeah.
an assessment and say that men are sellouts if they do this, but you literally did it?
but y'all basing it off of my situation.
Yeah, that's the results. There's no better example to
Exactly.
use than somebody that actually lived their life that way.
Right? And that's why I'm giving a warning. Warning. Don't do it.
If but
It
the thing
ends in
is,
turmoil.
if
You
somebody
said
has the
that men,
characteristics, if somebody has the characteristics that you're looking for in a partner, why wouldn't you date them?
Because of the outcome. 1 plus 1. But if 1 plus 1 equal 80,000, something's wrong right
Now, the,
there.
the outcome is they are getting what they want. That's the outcome, which is why they dated them in the first place.
Well, you want a white woman, then you're gonna get everything a white woman gonna give you, guarantee. Y'all think it's easy? And that's why y'all quiet. Y'all think it's easy dating Becky? You know it's not. It's not easy dating Hario. It's not easy dating Ching Chong Chan. It's not because their family do not. Their family don't like us. They don't, y'all. It's more than just. Good time. Don't
What?
make me laugh
Wait.
though.
Who do we think is easy to date?
No.
No, I'm saying just give me all of the different people, all of them.
Okay, Sarah, Maria, and Chun Li. Y'all think y'all want
And
to
so
date all? I'm dating all
let,
my
let me
homies.
ask, so look, let me ask you this, right?
From Street
So who
Fighter.
Yeah, exactly,
let me ask
exactly.
you
I
this:
just want to let y'all
who
know I'm
treated
not
you
trying to
better?
get off
Who
this.
treated you better?
Hmm?
Who treated you better? The guy before your husband or your husband?
Nah, man, the black man. Don't nobody know how to treat a black woman like a black man.
No, no,
Nobody
no.
know how
Just
to
answer
So,
talk
the
to a
question.
so
black
Just answer the question. Which one treated you
man.
better?
Do you think that what you said was a little racist?
Cap.
I'm racist, y'all, and I
as
I
fuck.
apologize for me,
So
but
you said you are racist?
yeah, I'm a little racist.
You don't think that that's a bad thing?
I treat people nice in public, but I know how they think behind closed doors. So I don't have nothing for the other. That's y'all don't see my nails done. I'm not supporting no Asian place. Nope. I don't.
What kind of car you drive?
I'm on
A
proof.
Ford
I'm on
Flex.
proof.
You drive a Ford Flex. You know?
Yeah.
Do you know who the majority shareholders of Ford Motor Company is?
I don't want to sound like Donald Trump, but they can make my
So
cars. That's cool. But you know what I'm saying? I don't
So
want to
look,
go.
let me ask a question. I got a very important question, right? So let's just say I don't know if you have a son on that, but let's just for the okay, cool. So your son grows up. He got two options. He got the option of the black woman, or he got the option of a woman that's going to treat your son how you want him to be treated. Which one are you going to encourage him to go with? The
To
black
go
woman or the
find a
woman?
black woman that's gonna treat him the way he should be treated.
No, no, no. Just answer the question. We got the black woman that, listen, the majority of the time is not going to treat him right, or the woman, I don't even want to put a color on it. Let's just say a woman that's going to treat him right. Which one are you going to tell your son to be with?
You, y'all hate us. Y'all
And this
hate
is,
black women.
look, then this is why women should never be in a leadership role and why single mothers are the worst thing to ever happen to this earth.
Right. You free
'Cause-
because of Harriet Tubman, though. You
no,
free because
because
of her. So you should be kissing the black woman booty because we came from Harriet Tubman.
no, because y'all will lead everybody to self destruction every single time given the opportunity. Y'all will self sabotage everything in your life, your
Okay.
son's life, your daughter's life. Whoever comes into your circumference, you're gonna help self sabotage their life.
I don't know what Becky told you, but I just want to let you know that I love you. I'm a beautiful black woman, and you a gorgeous black man until you
I
open up
don't.
your mouth and start saying how much you hate black women. You know what
I
I'm saying?
don't
We
even
love y'all.
I
No
don't
one's
even
saying
date white women, but I'm just saying I'm gonna go wherever the person will treat me correctly, whether it's black, white, whatever the color is. But majority of the time, black women don't know how to treat a black man. The majority of them.
Okay. That might be, you know what? Maybe we don't know how to treat y'all because y'all don't open up to us the right way. Y'all don't open up
It's
to
Well,
us.
always our
Y'all
fault.
really don't open.
Is it always our fault?
No, it's not. It's not always
I,
your
I
fault.
I can give you two
We
reasons
got some
why men don't open up to y'all. Number one is like a parent speaking to a child. Number two, y'all don't keep our confidential information confidential. Number three, when y'all get angry, y'all throw it back in our face. That's the reason why men don't open up to y'all. There's no benefit, there's no reward, there's no success that comes behind opening up to you. We gain
But
nothing. We actually lose.
can y'all admit that y'all know a bad woman when you see her? Let me tell y'all something. A woman is supposed to equal purity, right? And you cannot hide purity because purity is pure. So when y'all approach an unpure woman, you can tell. But you want to
Who's
compliment
impure women?
these unruly women, as they say. But the real unruly woman is, come on, you can tell she grew up in a place where, like, she most likely grew up in a hood. She didn't know how to talk to people. She got that Byron mentality that I told you I cannot stand.
What? I ain't never
You
heard.
know,
Say
and
that. Say
then
that. Well, no, wait, Tierney. What is Byran?
what's that movie with the Bow Wow and then Tiana Taylor was
How
his
does she
baby
say it?
mama, and she said Byron. I swear, y'all, I hate that. I can't stand. I understand why black men would be like, I ain't dealing with the black woman with that attitude. Ooh, get it. I get it. Y'all, I'm here to pick up my kids though. I really gotta go.
Oh,
So y'all
all right,
take care.
Tierney. I'm all at you, baby girl. What's up, Les?
Yeah, she definitely great for the top troll.
Man, you gotta give her some props. She's to come up on here and she gets bashed by the whole everybody, and
Nobody's bashing
she
her. No,
rock.
who's bashing her?
Well, maybe I used the wrong word,
I
but
see the type of guy
most
you
people,
are, Q.
what you mean?
I see the type of guy you are, Q.
Most people don't rock with her, and she come up here and do her thing. So man,
I see the
you gotta
type
give
of
her something
person
for
that
that.
you are, Q. Q, I see you.
I'm not a simp, bro.
But
I
that's
didn't even
different.
say nothing, and you already said it.
All right, I've been reading the comments, man.
You don't think you a simp?
No,
You don't think you a simp, Q?
not at all.
There,
Man, maybe on the internet.
I
What
think
was that?
I think you were going to. I think you were simping for a little bit. I think you were simping for a little bit.
What do you think about that, Q?
I don't. I don't. I don't know. I'm by and large, I'm an agreeable person, and I'm not really confrontational, and I can see the good in people, even when it's hard. I can see some good in tyranny. She means well. It just comes off chaotic as hell, but
So you're saying if she didn't have kids, you would actually deal with a woman like that?
I deal. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I deal with it for a little bit.
How
Deal
many
being
times?
the deal being the operative word.
How many
What do
times you had your heart broken?
You say what?
How many times you had your heart broken? Yeah, now I would have said more because you're saying you could see the good in people even through the tart. Like that means you give people too many chances.
What
Oh
happened when
no,
you
man!
got your heart broke, Q? What happened?
Went to jail, man. It was bad. I ain't
You
gonna
went to
put
jail. Where
all
you
my
went to jail
information out
for a
there.
chick?
Man, it was a hard situation. I ain't gonna talk about that, but Man, it was rough.
Hold on,
It
Q.
was
Hold
rough,
on.
man.
Just give me the cliff notes. She sent you to jail, bro.
Man,
Just give me the
Cliff
just
notes.
give me the
No,
cliff notes, bro.
we had a bad night. Some information came out that she was cheating. Stuff happened. I lost my cool.
And so what'd you do? You said, I'm so tired of it.
No.
She cheated on you and then
just,
she sent you to jail?
Well, she cheated on. Well, she thought it was cheating on her, but later found out that night she was actually cheating on me. And man, that's too much. I ain't putting that on the internet, bro.
But give us the. I mean, no. I mean, just give us the cliff notes. Like
It was a heated discussion. It was crazy, man. Guns got pulled, not me.
Oh,
And yeah, man. And I
she
lost
cheated
it,
on
man.
you. She pulled the pistol out and said,
There was cocaine, wine. It was a rough night,
Jesus
bro.
Christ.
Yeah, man. I apparently when you disarm someone, it's no longer self defense. So
your girl
So-
snort a coke?
So wait
Yeah,
a minute.
man.
You
She's
telling
Me-
me
she's a-
that she went
she's
got
Mexican.
bust down? Okay. How was the cheating? Forget all the rest of it. Let's talk about the cheating part.
Yeah.
How'd you find
Man,
out she was cheating?
She later on that she admitted to me later on that night. I guess she was dating some dude that I played football with the dude in high school.
You know what he was
That was
doing
her
to
new-
her though, right?
No, I don't even care. But I seen the pictures in the computer, man.
Ooh, you know what he did to her, right?
Yeah, man. It's all good, man.
He mushed it on her
That was
face.
a that was a minute ago.
He did
But
everything.
yeah,
Dog, he did everything to her. Like he absolutely destroyed her, bro.
it's all good, bro. So, that was a minute ago, man. That was
What is that? Is that a knee?
20.
Is that a knee?
Yeah.
Is that a knee in the screen?
Yeah,
You ain't got no pants on?
man.
What's going on?
Man.
But you know what he
I'm
did to
good.
her though, fam, right? Did you talk to him
Bro,
later?
I
Did you kick it with him, or did you just say, I
No,
never
man,
want to talk to you no more?
Man, it was man, he was in college and we were all in different states and stuff. Man, I ain't seen I maybe seen him once since. But man, I'm good with it, man. Once
When
they
y'all
told
talked,
me
what did
nice
he say?
happened, we said what's up like nothing happened.
What
Man,
did
she made
what
her
did the
choice.
picture show? What did the picture show?
Man, I don't need to be on the internet, bro.
I'm just saying, like, bro, don't nobody even know your name. What did just give us the cliff notes? What did the picture show?
She was taking nudes in his football jerseys and stuff. Yeah.
Oh man,
Man.
Makiba G, did that scar you forever? I know it scarred you.
Man, it took me a little bit, man, because we was together for like 9 years, like maybe my junior year in high school to like 25, 26. So man, that was my chick for a minute, man.
She took pictures in his football jersey.
Yeah, and his football short, little. Yeah,
What position
man,
he play? What position he play?
Running back.
He's a running back.
Stop.
No, I'm asking. I'm not about to make no jokes. I'm seriously curious. What position he played?
You play running back, bro.
What was it? He was a running back, fullback or running back?
He played for Baylor.
Don't tell us the college. See, you the one that's giving too much information.
Man, that's a long span, bro.
I'm saying like, so it was only like football pictures.
Man, you just know.
No, okay. So was the picture all right? So look, was the pictures like this, like she was in the thing, or was it like this? What was the? Just give me the pose. That's all I want is the pose,
bro. I don't even remember, bro. I just remember some football shorts and a jersey. Let's move it along, please, sir.
You still
was in the picture? Okay, so just one more detail.
It sounds like you still hurt.
In the picture, like, was her hair still done, or was it all frizzy? What was it like?
Bruh.
I know you remember. I know you remember.
Bro, dude, that was like in 05, 06, bro.
What was her hair like?
Man, it was up. Like, man, like you about to get some head or something. Oh, man.
You know what he did to her, right, though? Right?
Bro, I don't know.
You know what he did to her, right?
18 years later, man, I'm Gucci, man. I done moved
No
on
mercy. It
past.
was no mercy in that room. Had her crawling up the wall. Bust her down. Made her take the whole thing. She said, "Oh my God, it hurt." He never even paid no attention. It was almost like he had earplugs in. Never even paid her no attention. He just absolutely destroyed her.
Maybe this is the simp in me and finding good. At least she married the dude and got kids now, so maybe you know what I mean. Maybe
Oh,
you know what I mean. At least it might be the better dude.
nah, honestly, he the bigger fool than you.
What you mean?
I
Well,
guarantee.
man, this is weird. My name's tattooed on her butt too, so that's what I'll be thinking about. You looking
Oh
at my
my
name when you busting it down from the back.
God. We need
The
to get her
danger,
in here for an interview, bro.
the
Yeah,
dangers of
she ain't gonna come on
simping.
here.
We need to get her in here for an interview. Real talk. This is insane, my friend. You don't think so?
They still married?
Yep.
What's up,
Yeah,
Stevie?
I know she's still cheating.
Stevie, you there, bro? I can't hear you, big dog.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
What's your thoughts, Stevie?
I think you guys are crazy.
Still married? You got
Nah.
the YouTube in the background.
What's up, Stevie?
No,
You
I'm
gotta
good,
turn,
man.
turn your YouTube down, Stevie. You gotta turn the YouTube down, big dog.
Hold on a second.
Stevie,
Hold
you
on.
there, bro?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
I can't hear
You
you.
turn your YouTube down, Stevie?
What's your thoughts, Stevie?
Stevie, you gotta turn the YouTube down, man.
I'm turning it down.
You gotta turn it off. You gotta turn the
Yeah,
YouTube
you got
off,
the,
Stevie.
got
Oh, hold on.
Stevie, what's going on? You don't know how to work the computer?
Hey, don't try and get smart with me. You ain't that smart, man. You ain't that
No,
smart.
I'm saying it's you gotta turn it down so that because I'm hearing the feedback.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it now.
Okay,
I've
so
done
go
it.
ahead, Stevie. Let me hear what you got to say. What do you think about this, Stevie? Or do you date white women?
Well, I'm in London, so this country is 97% white, so it's pretty much a done deal.
So that's a yes.
Yeah, pretty much a done
I'm
deal.
just wondering, is that a yes?
It's not like the States where you got all these little. Nah, it's not like that.
How do you like dating white women?
To be honest with you, it's never been an issue here. We don't have this issue about dating out. It never comes up.
Okay,
Most
Stevie.
of our celebrities are all mixed race. It never really comes up. Most of our football
Have you ever dated a black woman before?
celebrities are mixed race. Sorry?
Have you ever dated a black woman before?
Yeah, I mean, I've been dating black women all the time, but it's not a preference to say I'm going to do one over the other. Because a lot of my sister's friends are, the shout out to the man in the middle, they're bitter as hell, so they're not worth dating.
In your opinion, what's the biggest difference between both cultures dating?
They're taking a lot of the cues from the States. So it's becoming a lot more, the girls here want to be twerking all the time. They're abusive, they're loud. It's the same thing. They're basically the same. But here it's more people from Caribbean descent than people from, obviously,
Stevie,
American
you're not
descent.
married, are you?
No.
So, all right, Chris.
What's up?
I know you are married, right?
Yeah, but my wife is Chinese.
Ah, so do you speak Chinese, Chris?
I told myself no, I do not. I need to start working on it. It's pathetic. I don't. I consider it a failure in my life. I did not learn Chinese, but my kids are learning.
Nah,
Is it
okay.
Mandarin?
Oh yes, they're learning Mandarin. Yeah.
You know Mandarin, Stevie?
No, I know a friend of mine. There's at least 3 or 4 main languages in China. Mandarin,
Yeah,
I think,
you
is
got
the
Mandarin, you got Cantonese, you got a lot of different ones.
Yeah. So I just wonder which one they will learn. My neighbor's Chinese, but so she's cool. Like I said, it's like here it's different. We don't have black neighborhoods as such.
What
So-
what made you go with Chinese, Chris?
I mean, I met her in college, and I was still finishing school. She had finished already, but we lived in the same off-campus building, and so we just met we just met that way, and then we started dating.
And then you was like, "Yo, I'm getting married."
Yeah, I mean that's what I
Like, did you ever date outside of her prior to? Because I mean, I'm assuming that you met her pretty early, obviously. So
Yeah, I met her when I was like 22. I mean, I had messed with other women prior to that. Yeah.
black women specifically.
Uh, Probably like a third of them were black.
Is your experience similar to the other gentlemen on the panel?
Well, again, like you're talking about those are, I would not consider those real relationships. You know, you're 17 to 21, 22. Those aren't real relationships. You know what I mean? So, I mean, those are just, you're just messing with.
But have you experienced the same, the twerking and all of that? I'm going to get a girl up on the panel. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Chris, give me 1 second. I'm going to drop you down for 1 second. Okay.
Sure.
Give me 1 second. I need to get a lady on the panel real quick. Let me see.
I want to make something clear too. My experience with women is totally different.
I guess I'm not gonna get a lady. It was a name that shares similarities. Got my dog Sharon.
It's Sharon, by the way.
I pronounce it Sharon though.
You gotta stop that, man.
All right, my bad. I didn't know. I thought it was a Sharon and not Sharon. So what's up, Sharon?
I might. I wanted to talk about
I know Sharon date white women.
Why's that?
You got the look.
I got what look?
You got the look, dog.
What's the look? Because I don't got a hoodie on.
You got the look of I'm a date white women type of dude, bro.
What? Now you gotta tell me what's the look. You gotta elaborate.
Dudes that got the dreads and you probably vegan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
Am I off?
Well,
I could be off.
You are off. I only dated one white woman. I did marry her though. That's I've been married for 10 years. I know that is funny though. I mean, it's the truth. That's what happened.
What's you going right?
So how was he off though?
Sharon. Wait. Listen. I rock. You know I rock with you, dog. Come on, big dog.
Yeah.
I know people, bro. I know people.
I tell you.
All right, so break it down for me. Give me the. Because listen,
Anyway,
all of y'all sellouts.
That's the truth.
All of y'all are sellouts, according to what Dr. Umar Johnson is saying, and Tyranny and all the rest of these people. All of y'all are sellouts. So, Sharon, tell me about your sellout story.
Well, I get it why they say I'm a sellout because we're not representing the black family. But for me, I believe that I still am black love. Like how, they be trying to say, it ain't black love, but it's still black love, even though my wife is Caucasian.
Are you vegan?
I am vegan.
The stereotype coming, man. The stereotype coming. Wait, stereotype?
I don't understand. Oh boy.
To be honest, my cousins are Rastafarians, so they're vegan. They're vegan anyway. So
yeah.
What happened? She came in and changed your life and your perspective on females.
Nah, definitely not. That's not what happened.
God.
Yeah, that's not what happened at all.
I'm telling you, man. I'm about to. Y'all know what I'm going into. I'm about to be an FBI profiler.
Might be good at it. What do I do for a living?
I'm about to be an FBI profiler, bro. I know my. All right, so go ahead. Did you become vegan before or after you met her?
I've been vegan for 5 years now. So
how long you been married?
11 years. I'm sorry. 11 years.
Listen. I'm with it. Your food choices are excellent, but I know where they came from. But go ahead. So give me your story.
Because I was the one that introduced the vegan life to her.
Cool. That's what you're gonna tell us. But go ahead.
If she was home, I get her to elaborate. But I I think you got to choose.
Wait. Give me the full story. So you was dating black women at first, and then what happened?
What you mean? What you want me to rewind to before I met her?
Just give me the story. Listen, how did this milk of magnesia?
How did I meet my wife?
Get this strong, earthy, black man.
We can poke fun at the story. Let's do it. I don't mind being the butt of the joke. We met in Harlem at because I used to DJ and things of that nature. I used to be outside a lot. I met her at this house party, not a house party, a housewarming party. I met her there. I was DJing Snoop Dogg concert, and I invited her to come through that, and we just was rocking out. To be honest, like we were just hanging out.
So why didn't you marry a black chick before? And shout out to you. Listen, I think that people let me just preface this by saying you already know where I stand. I think people should be able to date and rock with whoever. I mean, we joke a lot and all of that, right? But I think that people should rock with whoever rock with them and whoever their preference is, right? But go ahead, give me the mix. Why not date any of the black chicks or marry any of the black chicks prior to her? What did she say to you, or what did she do that had you in a different space that wanted to marry her versus all of the women that you dated prior to her?
You
don't have to answer if you don't want to. I know she's probably on the other side of the door listening. Like, I wonder what he's saying over there. Be careful.
Okay, I'll be careful. So the woman that I was with prior to her was actually we had a child together. She is actually 20-something years old now. We was on the course of getting married and everything. But it was just at the time, I just really feel like I wasn't making enough money for what she needed. Like she understood who I was.
You talking about your ex? So you got a kid with a black chick then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you bust her down. Got it.
Yeah, we was gonna get married, but her family and all that for that time.
You out here making baby mamas, and then you taking your wealth once you come up to the white women.
Man,
Dr. Umar Johnson is gonna have your neck, bro.
I was definitely a pookie. Without a doubt. I was outside. I was doing everything wrong.
The black women are gonna have your neck, Sharon.
What?
You out here making baby mamas out of these beautiful black women, and then you gonna take your wealth once you come over to the white woman? Is that what we doing today?
That ain't what I did, but the woman wasn't ready to be in a marriage relationship with the person who I was.
Oh, so she was good enough to have kids with, but she wasn't good enough to marry. I see you, Sharon.
No, I was gonna marry that woman. That was my boo thing at the time. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't in the right space for it financially. So it made it a little bit harder for her in her mind.
You wasn't in the right space financially to have kids then.
Technically, yeah. I'll say that, yeah.
What you mean you wasn't in the, was she materialistic or something more?
No, so I wasn't in the space that I am now. So financially, you got to be in a certain space to be taking care of a woman and your children. And I'm the type of person that I want to be able to take care of my wife and
but
children.
You're getting it now, though, right? You're getting that money.
I didn't have it financially, legally yet. So
you're getting that money now, though.
Correct. I was getting money then too.
Look at you now. You just took it over to the white women, huh?
I guess so. If you say it, I guess that's
all right. So so listen, because this girl apparently the woman of your dreams, your beautiful bride, your wife, the lady that you rocking with. All respect to her, because you know me, I got a lot of respect for wives in a general sense. I rock with everybody. I don't care what the color is. I'm just joking with you. But in a general sense, what does she do different that the other girls couldn't do to lock you down?
So this woman, she was able to. So I had to change my life, right? I went from being outside to being everything legit. And she was able to rock with me through that process because it was a very
difficult process. Did she inspire you to do that, or was that like something that you already was on?
My children inspired me to do that because my children inspired me to do that. I would say that because I just wanted to be there for them, not get caught up in what I was getting caught up in, and the things that happened to me within a month time was ridiculous. So I had to move on from that lifestyle.
I already know what happened. I know what happened.
I had to fully go in and be, I
already know what happened. She forced you to make a decision.
No, I made the decision before I was with her.
No, she forced you to make a decision as far as either you gonna marry her or you gonna move on.
No, that's not what happened.
So what happened then? You ain't telling me the story.
Well, you ain't let me get to it when I met her
I'm sorry,
in Harlem.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because you tried to navigate it, but anyway. So I met her in Harlem. We started hanging out and things of that nature. I was in a transition of my life because all my contacts at one point was being outside. So I transitioned from being in the street to being construction. So she was with me through that transition. We got an apartment together, we got married, and we built our life from there. And as we kept going through, we just got better financially and things of that nature. She took care of what she needed to take care as of providing.
Let me rephrase the question.
Yeah.
Why did you leave your baby mama?
Man, that woman was it didn't have no future at that time. I was outside. I was very strong headed at how I needed her to move, and she was strong headed how she thinks she needed to move because of her mother, her friends, and things of that nature. Because I'm the Pookie.
And then you met this milk of magnesia, salt of the earth, and she said, "Listen,
right? She has no idea about this. She has no idea about this lifestyle because when I met her, I was out of that game already."
What do y'all think about this? What do y'all thoughts?
I was into the construction game, making $8 an hour.
What is y'all thoughts?
I want to know: was your last girl, was she like soft? Was she soft and submissive, or was she the opposite?
No, she was a submissive woman. She followed my lead. It was just I couldn't get us over that hump in that time of my life because I was too involved in other things.
So when you say you were strong-headed on how you wanted her to act, what do you mean by that?
So wait a minute, wait. Before you answer that, when did you start growing your dreads out?
Last year.
So before that, you had a fade. You probably had like a taper, a fade, or something like that, right?
Yeah, dark season.
Now you became earthy, huh?
Years.
You're earthy. You vegan.
Vegan. Don't wear deodorant. Don't drink no alcohol.
All right, go ahead, Donald. Answer the question. I know him, bro. I know him, but go ahead.
But back to the question. You said you were strong.
Yeah. So the woman before me, she was submissive. She followed the program. She did all the things that I needed to do. She did her best. She wasn't the best cook in the world, but she did her best.
So you're not really telling her, you just saying what went wrong is basically because you didn't have your finances in order. Was that the only thing, or was it something else that you ain't telling us?
No, that's really the only thing.
So you left her.
It was a mutual thing.
It's never mutual.
Did your baby mama get mad at you?
Did she get mad at me?
Yeah, because of who you married.
Definitely because of the color of her skin. Definitely, for sure.
Pissed, ain't she?
Let's kill this mutual thing. Let's kill this mutual thing.
Yeah,
both parties. Look, both parties don't wake up on the same exact day at the same exact moment and say, "Hey, let's break up." It's never.
He don't want to tell that part. He leaves
so
parts out.
The thing is, I control my relationship. So we got to a point where I knew we was not going to build any further. I was like, listen, you need to go your way. I need to go my way before we have to break up because of somebody's cheating. So and we stayed friends for multiple years. Like Thanksgiving, everybody's at my house.
Can I ask you a question?
You broke up with her.
Where were you living? Where were you living when you stayed with your ex-girl? Where were you living? In her place or your place?
I was on the road, so I was living in hotels pretty much.
So in other words, you didn't have your own place?
Not technically, no.
And she had her own place?
Yes.
I think we know what happened. We know what happened.
We know what happened.
What's what happened?
Like I said, I wasn't moving right.
Let me clear the back real quick. If any ladies got any questions, I want to make sure y'all got an opportunity to be able to jump on the panel. Any ladies that got questions, we're not going to judge you. I'm going to keep the hyenas off of you. just in case y'all want to come up here and y'all want to have some questions, feel free to click the link. Ladies specifically, you guys are invited to come up here and ask questions. Because listen, this is a conversation that people do not normally have. People do not actually, you know what I'm saying, deep dive into what makes the most sense when it comes to how they're moving and why they doing what they doing. I don't think that Sharon is giving us the whole spiel as to why things. I don't know why he's not doing it. I don't know if somebody is on the other side of that computer. Like, you better not say it if you want to, but it's something there that we have not mined through, and I'm just curious as to why that. Why what's going on.
Nah, I really don't. I'm not hiding anything. To be honest with you, I'm not hiding anything about my previous relationship or this relationship that I'm in now. We've been married for 11 years, and the woman before me, before her, she was a solid woman. Just not what we wasn't gonna be able to build the way how me and this woman said.
Cap.
It's cap.
I'm gonna tell you why it's cap though, because it's either one of two things. Either you saying this because you saying what you're saying about her because you just want to say the right thing and you don't want to disrespect her, or on the other side of that equation, something really happened and you're trying to save face.
No, I mean,
no breakup, especially when kids are involved and you stand on her couch.
I wasn't on her couch, but
okay, in her bed. No breakup is in the sense of, listen, we just not seeing eye to eye. You need to go your way and I need to go my way, and we're gonna just before somebody cheats. Nobody. I've never seen that happen.
All right, but look, if you ask my wife, me and her broke up the same way too, because before we got married, I was like, listen, woman, you're not ready to be with me, because she was young at the time. And I was like, you need to go your own way, because I don't got time to be playing with and training a woman that don't want to be trained. So if I see issues of friction, I will break it off. No need for breakups and cheating, and I don't got time for that.
Do you feel bad?
No, I do not feel bad for making a decision at all.
What do y'all think about this? I'm curious. The ladies don't want to come up and ask no questions. I'm gonna just say that right now. That's telling.
Because they know.
What do they know?
They know. Look, a lot of the guys over here, they are what we call hobosexuals. They don't live nowhere. They ain't got nowhere to stay. They're living on their mum's couch. They're living on their girlfriend's house. A lot of men don't have their own kingdom, if you understand what I'm saying. So they are dependent on the woman to keep them housed. And when they step out of line, what happens? She throws them out, and then they hit the hotels and they hit the people's sofas until they can beg to go back to the house because they got nowhere to stay. It's either their mom's house or their girl's house.
What man are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying that's the guys I know over here.
Oh, where you at? And where you at?
I'm in London. The younger guys over here, that's what they are. The younger guys, that's what they. The years that you were doing what you were doing is what they're doing now. They don't realize the significance of having their own place. They've been brought up to think they can just go from sofa to sofa to sofa and just staying with a girl. And then when she kicks them out, they go back to mama and so on. So normally when that breaks down, it's because she's had enough and she kick them out. And then they go back to mama or they go somewhere else. And your story sounded like that. That's all it was.
Okay. My story's not like that. I wasn't sleeping on my mama's couch and not like that.
It was the hotel.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yes, it was. It was the hotel. I didn't have a place. I didn't need a place.
Can you see why? All right, let me revise that. Do you get any kind of heat from women? Do you get looked at funny? What's the dynamics of how you live your life? Like, I'm assuming that you probably get funny looks and all of that, even today in 2022, when everybody can still do whatever it is that they want to do. I'm assuming that you still get funny looks or whatever like that when you show up with your family.
To you mean in public or to family functions?
In public.
No, I don't get no funny looks. At least
Really?
not that I noticed. No, I don't get no funny looks. at all. With me and my tall white wife and my 2 children that we have together.
You said she
No.
tall?
You
Yeah,
must
she's
don't
tall.
be looking.
How tall is
You
tall?
must don't be looking.
She's 5'10", 5'9", 5'10".
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Wow. Look at you and your happy family.
Yeah, we all
I
right.
see you, big dog. Congratulations on being
My
married
wife
for an
doesn't
extended
work.
period of time.
You know what I'm saying? My wife doesn't work. She stay home, she cook me 3 meals a day, take care of the
That's
kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm handling my business.
Yeah, so
You
you
know what I'm
basically did a complete 360 from your last girl.
It wasn't. It was more like I did a financial 360 where I got legit money where my money could actually work for me properly. Before, my money couldn't work for me properly. I could buy jewelry, I could buy cars, but I couldn't do the proper things to take care of a family. That's the difference. That's why I was living out of hotels.
Does your baby mom still feel a certain type of way about you?
Yeah, I was going
What
to
you
ask
mean?
that too. Does she
Like,
still want
does she still look at you funny? Like, I can't believe you.
She's married. She's got her own life. She's doing her thing. We don't talk nothing because our child is living on her own. So me and her don't really have reasons to be having conversations. She's doing her thing. She's married. Like I said, she's a solid woman. It's just that the time wasn't right because of the things that I thought was cool. Instead of doing the right thing.
Is she married to a other than black person?
No, she's married to a black man.
Ah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what advice do you have for Q up there? I don't know if you heard Q's story at the time.
No, what give me a little synopsis.
Q
I'm guessing Q
is
white women as well.
Q thinks, for all intents and purposes, we will say Q is a simp, right?
Okay.
Q, you being a self-proclaimed former Pookie and Ray Ray, right?
Right.
What would you give to a simp? A guy that thinks that he can change, the way the woman is, regardless of what her current behavior is. What advice would you give to him?
I would say when somebody shows you who they are, you believe them. You cannot change anybody. You got to believe them. And when you meet somebody, whoever they are, you got to assume that they're not going to change. They are that forever. This way you don't get fooled. Believe them, and whoever they are, that's who they're going to be forever.
I'm gonna just keep it G. It's too late. If that heartbreak ain't do it for you, ain't nothing gonna do it for you. If the running back ain't do it.
Bro, I do my thing. I don't simp to these women in life, man. I do my thing. I deal with women. I bust them down. I find out who they are, and if I don't like it, I bounce.
I'll also tell them it changes me.
You did know what Sharon said. He said that you are who you present, and you presented as a bit of a simp. So that's why we're saying that. So I'm not saying he's right. I'm just saying that's what you kind of put there. That you were talking about. I mean, that woman is crazy. No matter what, any of us, she's been on Anton's show 3 days in a row. She is crazy.
I like tyranny. I think tyranny.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying she's a terrible person, but I
think tyranny is necessary.
And it's irrational. It makes no sense. Any of the stuff she says, tyranny. And you said that you would still bust that down. So I'm just like, what?
Yeah, she good for YouTube purposes only.
Yeah,
you don't think that she's a good person, Donald?
Yeah, for YouTube.
Yeah, for YouTube.
I think tyranny is a good person. I think that she got something good. And Q thinks so too. Don't you think so, Q?
I do. And if she don't, I'll figure it out and I'll bust it down in the meantime. And then when I find out it ain't what it is, I bounce.
How old are you, Q?
I'm 37.
You said you're how old?
37.
You 37? You still talking about busting down women? Okay.
100%.
So when does that stop? When does that stop?
It stops when I find someone to not make me do that anymore. If I found a good chick and she's worth more than knocking her out the park and leaving, then that's what I'll do.
So where you looking for this woman at?
Man, I don't look for women. If they come about and it is what it is, then we can rock with it. Like, this is a minor piece of my story. By and large, my life's been chaotic to maybe pre-COVID love it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. My life's been a shit show, man. I got a whole lot going on in my life, and this is just like a minor part. And this conversation. I can speak to this conversation because I've lived it. I'm trying to be with a black woman. I've seen her decisions. I've been with white women. I've seen their decisions, and this is my lane. This is why I came up here today.
So
is it a big difference or no?
It is. I'll give you a thing. I have a child. He's 17 years old. I had him when I was 21 years old. And the lady I was having sex with at the time, dude, it was just like a bust down and bounce. She had a kid. I told her I didn't want a kid.
Why you ain't strap up, big dog? Hey, hold on.
Man,
Hey, Stevie, give me a second. I need to pull somebody up really, really quickly. Why you ain't strap up, big dog?
I was an idiot. I was a kid. Sorry. The world doesn't know me any understanding. It is what it is. Fast forward to maybe about 2 or 3 years later, I did the same thing. I had a kid with a white girl, but I told her I didn't want to have a baby, and she didn't have the baby.
Hey, mute yourself really quickly for me, frat boy. Give me a sec. Go ahead, Q.
Fast forward to maybe 2, 3 years later, I had sex with a white woman. She got pregnant. We talked about it. Told her I didn't want to have a baby. She didn't have the baby.
You was busting down white chicks raw?
Yes, sir.
I did it.
Yeah, but you was married,
yeah.
so it's different. Q, why you busting down people raw, bro?
Man, I learned my lesson, dude. I learned my lesson. I'm good now. I'm in a
So
good
you
space.
telling me?
I'm
No.
good.
Let's be absolutely positively real, bro. You telling me you not going raw dog at all? Not even a little bit. Come on, Q.
I am. I am. We had this conversation the other night. Yes, I am. Yes, sir.
What? You still doing it?
I'm more safe. I'm not blatant. I'm not reckless with it anymore. The person, she's been around for 5 years.
Man, what happened to frat boy? Ladies, if y'all got a question, I'm more than welcome to pull y'all up.
So what is your ultimate goal with in your life right now? Yeah, because I'm confused.
Man,
about
the more I move around. Man, I was at the light the other day. I almost died. I was riding my motorcycle.
Is that a knee? What you got going on over there? I'm just trying to figure out. How tall are you, Q?
It's real. I'm only a 5'11". Back to my story. I almost
Knees is big than a mug.
I got my nail up on my. It's chill. Anyway, and I was at this light after almost getting T-boned on my motorcycle by an SUV, and I asked myself, what is my purpose in life? Like, why am I here? And it's a thing that I ask myself, and man, I'm still trying to figure out if a woman needs to be in my life. But the more I'm on these YouTube streets listening and seeing what they got to offer and what I got to offer and what I got to lose, man. Everybody.
Where do you be meeting your women
married,
from?
My guy.
Where do you be meeting your women at?
Man, more of the women, man. My hobby. I meet women at the track. I race motorcycles on road courses. I meet them at the track, just like mutual friends. When I go out, I'm literally the only dude in my friend pool that ain't married. All my other friends, they're all married. So
you plan on meeting your wife?
Let me ask a question, Anton. I always wanted to ask people this question. So you know how women always say pick better women, right? In your personal opinion, where do you think you can find better women?
Good question.
Man, I don't really do nothing, bro. Like I work my butt off and I take care of my children. I mean, I'm not really out there, man. Most of the women I deal with, I've known them from the past, and they come back around type of thing. I don't meet new people. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't.
No,
when I'm in public, I don't approach. I don't know. Say what?
Well, you gotta move to a city where you can meet new people and put yourself in a position where you can meet decent human beings.
I understand that, but my kids are
club.
right here. Oh, city, man. We man, it's a good living out here in Oklahoma City, man. There's people out here, man.
Nah, listen, where he live at in OKC, listen, you can literally walk 2 blocks down and you'll have a chick on your socks.
And aren't your kids older?
Your socks, huh?
Well, my son's older. I got a 6-year-old daughter as well.
You gotta leave that kid with the older kid and go and be social.
Well, the older kid, he's good, man. But I got my little 6. I'm not leaving my.
Wait. How many kids you got, fam?
I got 2. I got a 17 and 6.
Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. You got you got 2 baby mamas. and you possibly had 3 baby mamas. What you out here
Accurate.
doing, Q?
He
Man,
just did this 6
let,
years
let me
ago
let,
too.
Bro, you
let,
too
let,
old
let,
for
let,
this.
I am, and that was a long time ago. My current kid, 6 years old, man. I was with her for 9 years, and I thought we was going a direction, and it hit the fan, man.
You might need to get.
That wasn't random. Like we literally planned a kid.
You might have to get snip, big dog.
So you was with her for 9 years, and so why
How
y'all
was you
didn't
with a
get
chick for
married?
9 years and you didn't marry
Yes,
her?
great question.
Man, that's a good question, man. I wanted to get married. Maybe this is the simp in me. She said she don't want to get married. She was like, man, we can be together forever and do our thing,
Oh
and I and I and
no.
I
Was
and
you
I, and I
maybe
rock
this is
with
what
it.
the other gentleman was talking about? Where was you living
Let
at
me
this time?
give a different picture up here. Hold on. Let me get my dog Umar up here. What is going on here, bro?
Hey, let me
You
ask y'all. So
Umar
I
is
want to
not
go off
happy
that
with you
question.
right now, bro.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question, right? So she said she ain't want to get married. Let's just take it off of her. Do y'all think a woman
Yeah.
could be a good woman, but she doesn't want to be married? Like she doesn't want that security? Do y'all think a woman could be a good woman and she doesn't want that in her life?
Yeah, I think she could. I just don't think that she should be dating if she don't want to be married.
Mm.
Why should a woman? Why would she date if she don't want to be married? In my opinion.
Well, you
Is
know, a
that
lot
is
of
I
it?
think I think
in this
Go ahead.
day and age, people is claiming that marriage is just papers. People don't
No,
really
that's not
respect
true.
that marriage thing. I
Marriage
agree with
is
you,
way
but
more. Listen. Let me tell y'all something. I just read about this student loan forgiveness thing that Biden is about to implement, right? And he's supposedly supposed to be doing it for over $10,000 per student, right? The criteria is, and this is just new. The criteria is $150,000 per individual and then $300,000 per couple. That's real. Regardless of whether the other person is working or not, there are literally thousands of benefits that come along with being married more than just the paper, and people just don't understand the other side of it because they're not intentional. They don't understand. The majority of men the majority of the richest men on earth are married. The top 5%, the majority of the top 5% are married. That is a fact. It's a reason for that.
I agree.
But
However, a
neither
lot
here
of
nor
these
there.
young people think that marriage is just paper, and a lot of these young women they out here just dating, and they value a 9 year relationship. Some people would rather live with somebody for 2 years than be married for 2 years. It's actually insane to me, but it happens all the
What's
time.
going on? Oh man, JP, what's the word, big dog? You gotta unmute yourself.
I'm good. How y'all doing today?
Chilling. What's your thoughts, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. I basically just walked in on the back end of this. So, yeah, I think a lot of women just want just the marriage just to have for a little bit of time just to keep moving on to the next one.
So let
Hey,
me ask you a question, JP. Have you ever dated a white girl?
No, I've dated Spanish women.
Is there a difference between dating Spanish women and black women?
Mostly attitude, a lot more. They're more
This is a
caring.
common theme that we hearing here.
I disagree with it too.
You disagree with it? What are your thoughts then?
I think women are women. I think if you being the man who you need to be, a woman's gonna fall in line with you.
Yeah, but a
That's why I
lot of
think I
black
don't think it matters of race.
Mute yourself when you're not talking, JP, because you're giving a lot of feedback.
Yeah, so I don't think it got anything to do with a race. My wife, she's gonna get mad just like any other person's gonna get mad. A woman's gonna get mad just because of
How does
whatever.
she act when she get mad? Sharon.
Yo, it's crazy. We was having a conversation the other day, and me and my wife actually never really we had maybe one argument out of 11 years.
So what do you mean she get mad like everybody else? I don't
I'm
understand.
saying like, right. What I mean is that like I never really had a problem. Well, me personally, I never had a problem with women attacking me and trying to attack me and saying my decisions is wrong and this and that and the third. What I'm saying is that women in general always was the same around me, no matter what race.
So
I was
you
about to say
never really got into any confrontation with your baby mama then?
Not really, no.
Go ahead, Donald.
I was about to say I agree with that because like I dated women from different races and they all act the same towards me. I think it all goes on to like how much they like you. Like the more they like you, the more submissive, the more soft they'll be to you. So I guess like if you keep running into women being unruly, disrespectful towards you, then it's probably you at that certain point. You know what I'm saying? You got to fix your characteristics as a man.
So how do we fix Q?
Well, we
Man.
gotta find out
Look,
what kind of.
look. I'm gonna tell you.
not broken.
I've never seen so many knees on this live stream than I see right now. Listen, go ahead, put your knee up. Listen, some ladies in the chat might be feeling that knee. Do your thing, Q. How do we fix Q, Donald?
He got them
Shit.
Gucci guy shorts.
I gotta take him to the boxing gym, man. He gotta get touched up a little bit. He gotta become super strong mentally and physically. And then he'll deal with women totally differently. That's just my opinion.
Also, we need to find out what he do for a living.
Man,
what kind of things he do.
My most recent child's mother, the reason it wasn't unruly is the main reason we split up is because I couldn't get out. Like, she's really negative, man. A lot of bad stuff happened in her life, and she couldn't get over it. And it was once she started messing with me and my money and messing up my money, I was like, man, we gotta. This ain't really working no more, man.
This my thing, right? This is my thing. If I hear a woman say she don't want to be married or she don't never want to be married, I'm looking at her like a red flag. Like she's saying that she want to belong to the streets forever. Like at a certain point, a woman should want marriage. You know what I'm saying? That's like us men walking around saying we don't want no money. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna look at us like a red flag.
Yeah, I was talking to Rita yesterday on the plane ride
say,
home, and
like,
she was basically telling me. I was talking to Rita on the plane ride home back from LA yesterday, and she was like, yo, I don't know any woman that want to be by herself.
Facts.
Literally, that's what she said. She says, I don't know any woman that would prefer to be by herself.
Well, they say that out their mouth, but they moves dictates something completely different. Their results is completely different from what they actually say. That's the real problem. I talked to this young lady the other day, and all her moves.
Oh, you still out here moving around, huh? I see you, Sharon. Go ahead.
I speak to a lot of women still.
Yeah, Sharon. I see you, big dog.
Not on that sense, though.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Not on that sense.
I thought they said the game don't change, only the players do. But go ahead.
That's a lie. The game definitely changes.
The game changed, Sharon?
The game changes. That's
right.
for sure.
How's it different?
I like to hang out. I like to hang out with gorgeous women. To be honest.
Okay, all right.
I don't hang out with men.
I feel you, Sharon. I'm the same way, big dog. So listen, wait a minute. Let's stay there for a minute. Why do you prefer to hang out with gorgeous women?
For me, women are. You know what's crazy? Women and gay men are more willing to protect you than another man. Because they don't have no competitiveness for you. They just want to see you do good. A gay man acts exactly like a woman.
But you don't just prefer women, you say beautiful women. Why you prefer beautiful women?
Yes, beautiful women. Because they, it's something about when other people see me with beautiful women, they treat me a certain way. So they see that these other women.
Why not just go out with your wife?
Yeah, me and her go out all the time. She's under my ass all the time.
And then when you're not with her, you with other beautiful women though.
At the same time too, yeah.
We ain't gonna act like he just say that. We gonna act like he ain't just say that.
What, gay men? That part?
Yeah, you be hanging with gay men.
I don't hang out with them, but when they're around, I noticed that they be more willing to give me.
Come on back up, BJ. We want to see what your voluptuous snowbody is like.
Because I do construction. So a lot of times, a lot of them now are into the construction field. They project managers, and they lead me into finding better deals because they have no competition with me. They just want to see.
No. We talking about in your spare time, though, not during business hours.
Oh yeah, work okay, but outside of that.
Oh yeah, no, I don't just go out and hang out with no.
Oh, all right.
Oh come on, Sharon. We all know
Just
that Sharon, networking. Yeah. Networking is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, bro. You got to build. You got to foster and build those relationships. So we know that you're spending that time with them. No, I mean it's not a bad thing. I'm not dissing. Hey, JP, give me a second. I'm gonna pull you down for 1 second, okay, big dog.
Ain't nothing wrong with somebody trying to point you in the right direction to make that money.
For sure. I'm with it. And I'm with it. I'm just trying to figure out what does that look like. You know what I'm saying?
It's a beautiful thing
because you separate your time.
Say that again.
How do you separate your time to make sure? EJ, come on up here. Give me the game, big dog. How do you separate your time? How do you break that down?
The women that I do hang out with, most of them know my wife anyway. They come to my house, they eat her food. I'm never hiding anything. So wherever I'm out and about, and I happen to be with, Jessica, and we wound up stopping at a bar, then that's just what it is.
Do you you don't have to answer this if you don't want to.
Okay.
Is your chick cool with you rocking with other chicks?
Yeah. If that was the case.
I see you, Sharon. Oh, I'm sorry, Sharon. I see you, Sharon.
Yeah, if that was the case, but I don't really have time for it. I don't have time.
Time is money.
What you mean? All right, what you mean?
You said you ain't got time for it because your time is too valuable, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes though, depending on
like on Monday, like today, where ain't no construction going on.
Nothing popping off. We're gonna see what the word is in the streets.
Even though I'm going to work tonight, but
okay. All right, see you, big dog. What's up, Donald? What's your thoughts? What are you so deep in thought about, Donald?
I'm just listening to what he's saying.
Y'all look like you're trying to see if you can catch holes in my story.
I'm not catching no holes. I'm feeling you. I agree with you.
No, I'm saying Donald. That's how he looks like when I'm talking.
Donald trying to catch it.
Yeah. Nah, so I talk to people all day, so I really listen to words that people say. But I wanted to say something about the subject too. I guess before I'm saying I guess before I get off, I wanted to say about the Bronny James and dating a white girl. As men, this is like a prime example of why we shouldn't care what women think, because women praise other women for dating out, such as they was praising Rihanna when she dated that white billionaire. They praised Eve when she moved to London and dated that married that white man. They praised Serena Williams when she married that white man. But as soon as a black man just takes a white girl on a date, he's the scum of the earth. He don't love his mother. He don't like his melanin queens. So this is a prime example of why you should never care what women think or what they have to say about you.
I feel you. I agree. What's up, EJ?
Yeah, what's up, Anton? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You about to show us your beautiful queen, Milk of Magnesia?
Yeah, I'm in the mall right now, so it might be a little loud.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm in New York, so it's pretty diverse over here.
You said you had something to show us.
Let us see.
Don't freeze up on us now. Don't you show us some random that you. Okay, wait, come here. You come here, you Milk of Magnesia over there. You get on over here. You come on back.
I didn't want
to bring her back. Get some control over your chick, bro. Bring her back. Tell her to come here.
I can't.
Bring her here. Bring her back.
Come here.
Oh, girl, come on over. What's going on?
She can't hear you. I got the AirPods on. So.
Give her an AirPod.
She's right here.
Or undo the Bluetooth so we can talk to her for a second.
Can you? Hold on. She got the other one. She's going to put it on.
What's her name?
Alyssa.
Alyssa? Where's she at?
Spanish.
Why don't you just hand the phone over to her, bro? We want to talk to her. We want to get her perspective.
No, don't worry about it.
We want to get her perspective, bro.
I haven't really...
Don't freeze up on us now. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Oh,
if you listen. If you got confidence in your chick, let her hold you down. Don't throw it on mute. Just give it to her.
There we go.
No. Hold on.
Bro, just give her both AirPods so we can have a conversation, man.
Put it back on there so I could
What? I can't see
my
her.
bad, Anton. One sec.
Where's she at?
Bro, don't let this man push you around, my guy.
Ah, I can't see her, big dog.
She right here.
No, it's moving
I
slow.
can't talk to her. Hey, what's going on, Liz? Why you keep going back that way with the phone, big dog? What is you scared
But
of?
she's nervous. She's not really. She don't want to.
Tell her she ain't got to
Huh?
be nervous. I got her back. I'm going to make sure that none of these lions over here
I'm trying
attack.
to.
We all good over here, big dog.
Simps aren't lions.
Let me talk to Alyssa, bro. EJ, you wasting time, big dog. Time is money.
I'm trying. Hey, go ahead. You go. Oh, yeah. Continue the conversation.
Why don't
I
you
was gonna
just
do my
give her the
intro, but
AirPods and then just hand her the phone real quick, big dog. I'm gonna just give me like 5 minutes.
He's gonna be a
Do it.
director. She look older than him too.
You know what, EJ? I'm gonna be honest with you, big dog. I don't think you got as much control as you say you do, bro.
Definitely not.
You said you was gonna show us something. Show us something.
Oh, here. You wanted to speak to her?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She said she don't want to speak to you.
Is it up to her or is it up to you?
Oh man, this
It's
is
up to her.
hilarious.
It's up
I'm
to
not her
her?
ruler. Yeah, that's her decision. I'm not gonna make her.
So your chick run your relationship?
Well, no. What?
Wow. Hey EJ, all right, come back when you had that discussion and you get your permission slip signed, all right?
Ooh.
All right?
Oh.
Cool?
I wanted to join the conversation.
Okay, go ahead. Give me some idea. What's your thoughts? I want to hear what your thoughts are.
Beta.
Give me your thoughts. Cause I seen you typing heavy in the chat. You said I wanted to show off my white queen, my milk and magnesia.
How you spell that?
I was waiting on you to hit
QWAT?
us with the ooh shebang. I thought you was gonna give us that whole, God flow.
Well, no. What I really wanted to talk about was like I don't really focus on. It's not really the color that I focus on. It's more of like I rock with her more than I'd say I rock with her more than I rock with other women of other colors. But it's not really because of their colors. It's because of their personalities. Because of what they are interested in, things like that.
I think that she's dominant though. I feel that. Listen, I believe everybody should rock with whoever they want to rock with. Huh? Is she out there taking you shopping, big dog?
Nah, I came here to get some manga to so I could read.
She taking you shopping? Just give me this.
Oh my god.
Is she taking you shopping?
No, not even.
You know what I notice about white girls? I think that white girls love black dudes with do-rags on.
Oh my god.
They love black dudes with do-rags on, bro. Ask her if she like black dudes with do-rags. She like you better with the do-rag on or off?
I'll play. You like guys with do rags on?
Oh, I knew it. Listen, the body language tell it all. When they do like this, my God.
I ain't never wear a do rag. That's all I'm saying.
They love them do rags, bro.
Probably need to.
What'd she say? Did she say something on top of it, or she just giggled?
No, she just give it. She on her phone.
Yeah. I know.
Can we continue the conversation? I know I get it. But let's continue the conversation.
Well, EJ, you came when I was about to get everybody's final thoughts, and I thought you was gonna give us some kind of.
Oh damn!
I thought your girl was gonna give us the game or something like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No.
No, I don't. No, we haven't been together that long for us to. You know what I'm saying, to
How
be
old
on
is she and
on
how
that
old are
level
you?
of speaking for each other. She's 28. I'm 25.
Okay, I got you. She got a good job?
Yeah,
All right.
pretty decent.
What about you? You got a good job?
Yeah, you can say that. I spoke with Anton. I had a call with him. I work for
Stop,
PepsiCo, Frito
stop,
Lay.
stop. Don't do it. You know, EJ, we don't talk about what we talk about.
Personal.
You don't want to tell your personal information, big dog. You gotta leave that alone. All right, but go ahead. Give me your thoughts. I want to get everybody's final. I'm gonna start with you, EJ. Let me get your thoughts. What's your final thoughts?
Well, honestly, I just feel well. I don't want to say I feel, but we focus on the wrong things. I noticed that, and I spoke with Aaron on another panel before how like a lot of us black men have been a lot like very emotional when it comes to I guess our women and choosing our women and things like that. But I just feel just go with you know what I'm saying who appreciates you. That's really it.
I
Like it's
agree.
not, I don't really see. You know, it's too diverse out here in New York anyway to even be worrying about what color somebody is. If you rock with them, you rock with them.
I say this: if don't never let a woman manipulate you or shame you into not liking what you truly like and what you really want. If a woman got the characteristics that you get, I mean that you are interested in, then go for her. I don't give a fuck if she green. Like go for what you want. Don't let these women shame you and make you think that you can't like what you like because they will turn around and do the same exact shit. They'll go date a white man and expect you to accept them and praise them for it. So date who you like and date who got the characteristics that you want. Don't listen to these women.
Got you. I feel that. Sharon.
So my final thoughts
Cause
are
I'm gonna leave. I'm
honestly.
gonna let the final word come from the OKC King. Go ahead, Sharon.
I say to I guess I whatever you do, you gotta do with intentions. Make sure you know exactly what you want and go and get what you want. Don't if you're looking for a Porsche, do not go to the Mercedes dealership. Simple as that.
All right. What's going on, OKC King?
Man, my final thoughts is, man, just be
I like
you
that knee.
in
I
life.
like that knee.
Be
No, there ain't
be
nothing wrong
you
with
in
your knee.
life, man.
We like your knees, bro. Go ahead. Keep doing your thing.
Man, be you in life. Date who you want, man. Just move. You'll figure it out, man. As me, I'm moving. I'm shaking. I'm moving. I'll figure it out. I'm waiting. I have no expectations on any woman. They come as they go.
No.
Any race, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me really. So do you like who likes you?
No. Definitely not.
Man, you have to have some kind of compassion though, like moving through this world. Like y'all fools are dogs. Like I get it, man. Like y'all
You
are
gotta have
dogs, and man, I have some kind of compassion for what people's been through and their experiences. Like maybe that's wrong, but that's what I do, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's this
Let me ask
book.
you.
It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. You should probably read it. You care too much about other people.
Oh, dude, if you speak to the women in my life, they're like, this dude is savage. You don't
Talking
give a
about
shit.
Mark
Quit. We'll do
Manson. I
whatever.
think his name is
Yeah.
Mark Manson, right?
Yeah, something like yeah.
Yeah, I
Mark.
read that.
Yeah. The
Let me
second
let me
one was
ask
pretty
you
good
this.
too.
Let me ask you this before we go. Do you think women have compassion for what you've been through, and if you ain't got no money and you ain't got no job, you think they got compassion for you?
Not at
Are we speaking
all.
generally, or it's 50-50?
Just
I guess is my best guess.
no,
What
they
about
don't.
you? You personally?
Well, I,
You,
I have money, so I don't have that problem, and I don't come across that. You know what I mean?
Well, if you
you
fall
have
on
what
hard
problem?
times, if you fall on hard times, are most women going to have compassion for your situation and what you're going through?
I would say, according to my experiences, the women that I've dealt with, if I fell on hard times, they'd rock with me, and we get through that shit. The women I've dealt with, I don't. You gotta realize though, I don't really deal with black women. So what you're saying is some black women
Yeah.
shit. So the women I deal, yes, they do, man. Like, hey, like back in the day, if I could fall on hard times, the girl, she's like, I got you. We're gonna get through this. But now
All
that
three
I
What,
men
don't need
here
any
just
of
said
that,
it's
what
character
about now?
over race.
you say what?
Sorry.
What about
Yeah,
now?
no.
Because you
I
said back in
agree.
the day. What about now?
The women I come across, yes, I would say if I came on hard times, they'd rock with me still. Yeah.
Long term.
Long term, man, there's a point, or you're a guy and you gotta do your thing. You gotta make the money. You gotta take care of shit. I don't expect any woman to rock with you being broke and not taking care of business for a long period of time.
Hey Q, only thing I would got to say to you is that like you need to be more intentional. Stop shopping at the Hyundai shop trying to find your Mercedes Benz.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I'm tired of them damn Honda Accords, man. Oh my god! When they come on the street, they always drive them things 100 miles an hour. That thing ain't no damn sports car. So that
Hey,
shit.
this might sound crazy, but hey, either you do the pimping or you get pimped, and you giving all this compassion, you gonna get pimped. Put it like that.
All
I'm
right.
good.
Well, listen, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I want y'all to have a happy Memorial Day. I'm gonna be live streaming on the other channel later on tonight with my girl Q. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me, big dogs.
I appreciate you, Anton.
All right, friends.
So I
Y'all
appreciate
have a
you
good day.
for allowing me on.
Absolutely. Well, that was fun and interesting. So, listen, I want y'all to have a phenomenal Memorial Day. I will be live streaming later on tonight, and that's going to be awesome. Live streaming tomorrow night with the Patreon members. That link is in the description. We had a phenomenal show, I believe. I think that we did some great things today. And more importantly, I think we learned some lessons. And the lessons learned are A, don't be a simp. B, rock with who rock with you. And it's okay for you to have preferences. And C, don't let Umar Johnson bamboozle you and tell you what you should or shouldn't do, because I need to see the proof of how he's living his life phenomenally rather than just going on here making wild speeches that's not adding any value into anybody's life. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna tap in with y'all tomorrow. Make sure you stay safe. Don't get caught up in no foolishness. Don't get caught up in no trouble. And make sure you keep it strapped up if you're gonna be out here spreading your seed around randomly and recklessly. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you need to get in touch with me personally, make sure you book a session. That session can be booked by emailing me at antondaniels413@gmail.com, and we're gonna get you set up and we're gonna get it popping. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow. The greatest show on earth.